Hi, welcome to Radiant Shadows, the Halloween special. Thanks for joining us on this this creepy Saturday. As you can see, we decided not to dress up.
No.
So
just casually came home from work. What do you mean?
Oh, that's just it. That's just it. We just do our own thing. So I'm actually going to throw straight to John today. So John, I believe you've got some stuff to share with everybody.
Oh, yeah, I do. Just wanted to let everybody know our web store. We've had a heap of new stuff added. Bubble chunks, as they're called, as well. Just letting everyone know that's been a massive restock. All our sharp edges are back. We've got some critical role goodies and dice bags. Wave 2 of the Advent calendar will be going live later this week. We're getting a lot of queries on that. Just giving everybody the heads up, as well as later on after the Advent calendars, the glass restock will be here and will be available, but that won't be till after the Advent calendars. But because it's a Halloween special, we wanted to do a little goodie and do a giveaway. Now we've got one of our sharp edge resin sets available for a giveaway. Close to matching together that.
They're pretty.
Now these are
I want that.
Baymora, I want to say. It's a hard name to say. But to enter, a code word will appear in the chat throughout the stream. All you need to do to go into the draw is to say the code word, and Nightbot will pick it up, and the winner will be announced at the end of the stream. Now everyone can jump in and have a go at the competition. Everyone except for Quebec, unfortunately, due to rules and silly laws. Fortunately, I can't control that. It is what it is. But that will be drawn at the end of the stream. So all I needed to say.
Awesome. Thank you so much to Meeples and Dragons. meepleanddragons.com.au. Go to the website, buy with the dice, crash the site, wait till it starts again, keep buying everything. You guys know the drill. I'm gonna quickly whip around everyone else. We'll do our usual introductions. Then there's one more surprise before we kick things off. So I'm gonna throw to Cass.
I'm Cass. Why am I first?
Because you're the closest on my screen.
Okay, fair enough. So I'm SazTheMeeple. You can find me on Twitch and TikTok at SazTheMeeple. If I'm not playing D&D here, then I'm playing Overwatch and generally just lurking in other people's Twitch chats. So yeah, and tonight I am Sprinkle from Mighty Nine. Critical Role, or am I Artigan the Archfey?
Nice.
Or both.
Or both.
Why not both?
Why not
both?
Artist Sprinkle can Promethean, throw to you.
I am Promethean. I stream also on Twitch, and both on my channel and on the OzQuest channel of a Wednesday night. We've been doing a bunch of Overwatch stuff and killing each other. It's been heaps of fun, but I'm also building a world to do a different version of this thing. And tonight we're here. And tonight I am Delgrim Harrowfell. It is his Grey Dwarf who is in Radiant Shadows campaign. It is no brainer. And he has a very nice hat.
Yes, it does. The nicest hat. Awesome. Cheers. Heath.
Hey everyone, I'm Heath. I'm the Antipodean D20. You can find me on all the socials at the Antipodean D20 or some sort of form of that. I love promoting Aussie game design, gameplay, and just Aussie gamers in general. Radiant Shadows, I play a Grumpfel the gnome, and I like my coffee. And tonight for Halloween, I am not the love child of Jeff Lynn from ELO. If you're under the age of 30, you may need to look him up. And Bob Ross. I, in fact, am Halloweened up for as Delgrim, a Durga from down south.
Hey, that is me.
It's like looking in the mirror.
It is. We've reached new levels of meta where we're dressing up as each other's characters. That is brilliant.
It's Radiant Shadow Inception.
Absolutely. Kate.
Hello, I am Kate. I am O'Sullivan Kate on all of the things. I play on a podcast called Dungeons and Doctorates, where I do not look like a character anything like this. This is my Anya Rackham costume, which is the pirate character I play occasionally when I raise money for charity, because it's fun. Tonight I am playing my hyperactive halfling, Rowan. We shall see how hyperactive she is tonight, because I am very tired, because it's been a long week. No bingo card tonight, I'm sorry. This week got away from me.
It's all good. These things.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
That's
John,
the spirit.
you've said your bit, but you also, I don't think you introduced
Oh.
your character. But I mean, go say more.
Well, I'm playing Tiernan de Palan, the wayward artificer from. Oh wow, I cannot even remember the name. I'm terrible.
Oh, that's okay.
Apple
All
bar.
good.
But I'm dressed up as Rick from Rick and Morty,
Oh,
and
okay.
I'll see how long the wig lasts.
Yeah, look, I
jeez.
feel that there'll be some fairly hardcore costume
Shedding.
shedding.
I'm comfy, I don't know. Everything's great. What do you mean?
Yeah.
This wig is itching the crap out of my head, and we're not even 10 minutes.
I can barely move my head, man. It goes all the way
Look,
back.
all I'm saying is some of us need to learn how to commit to a costume.
Yeah,
I'm
look,
sitting
I
on a
think-
tail. I'm
we-
uncomfortable.
I think
I'll quickly just jump in if I may, Kate. Like, I'm not a dress up sort of person
No.
unless it's something that I'm really with my ADD. Like,
Yeah.
and that joke pun both ways. And so the love I have for, and this is genuine from the heart, the love I have for this group of amazing people I'm on this stream with, I need to do something and step outside my comfort zone. I don't dress up in costume often, and when I do, it's something niche that I'm really into. Not that I'm not into this. I just went costumes on stream for me. Uncomfortable, and I went, you know what? I
Oh,
love you
dude.
guys so much. I went, I need to do something.
Oh no, I just
I'm
more meant
going
the
to do
moment of
something.
like, you're wearing a costume. Just commit, because otherwise
Oh.
you're going to wear half a costume, and you're going to hate what you look like.
Also, I'll just
I
point
already
out,
hate what I look like. Jeez.
yeah, given the choice of costume, I'm going to say Heath loves some of us more than others.
Yeah, it's true. We all know where Heath's loyalties lie now.
Oh, there's a deep broship, definitely.
But I noticed
Keep
that
it
someone in the chat has already found a really, really horrible use of channel points.
Yes.
Yeah, you better let everyone know.
Yeah,
Hey.
so
Yeah.
two things going on with our Halloween special. Firstly, if you have a look in the channel points, you'll see that if you decide to spend some, we've got what have been dubbed shittles. So the zombie skittles, where we're guaranteed to have one which is absolutely terrible. If you spend channel points, then it will force all of us, one of us, it's up to
Oh,
you.
there's another one. That's
No.
two.
No.
to do a blind dip and see what we get. The other thing that's going to happen this session is that
Oh
You
no!
CDM.
Oh,
we should have
yeah.
said
Why?
that
We haven't
prior.
started yet.
Oh no!
Before we start eating all the shittles, if anyone rolls a natural 1, we all have to do the dip of death. If anyone rolls a natural 20, the person who rolled the natural 20 is safe, but everybody else has got to eat it. And for those of you who can't see, Saz, who's our awesome producer sitting in the background, is also taking part as well. She's dressed up too. It's quite remarkable.
I
I
don't know how
should-
you get your legs to like be in that direction. It's
I know. It's like it's really
impressive.
Practice.
it's
Sean!
let's leave that. Let's move on to something slightly less painful. So how many? We're up to 3, are we?
3.
Okay.
That's
So
right.
Oh, dear.
God.
so
I
3.
I have some good news and bad news for myself. I pulled my random drawer and I got 1 shittle and 2 not bad. Two that seem to be the same. So
Oh,
just
I'm
not even looking.
Shittle
Not
not
even
looking.
looking.
All right,
Not
here we
even
go.
looking. Oh,
here we go.
God.
In we go.
Oh God.
Now,
I don't have zombie Skittles.
I am not looking forward to this.
I have sour, and this is not.
Oh,
Now you understand, Cass. Now you understand what
oh,
raging rolls made me do.
grape and egg.
Oh,
Why 15, Ellie? Why, Alan, is it supposed to be 15? Because if you are saying it is to do with those subs, that happened before the stream started. Y'all can shove it.
Oh,
You don't know what they
God.
taste like. They taste like butt.
Oh,
They are violently
And-
disgusting.
it's changed to like a
It's an
gasoline
acquired taste of
Yeah.
butt.
This is why I
it's
ate the
li-
crap
it's
one
like-
first and the other one second. Eh.
It's like in an abandoned building.
Ugh.
If you like licked the dust that had collected on a windowsill, but at some point in time, like 2 years before, some kind of very large rodent had died on that same fucking spot. Like, no,
Dude, just
Oh, these are
Bad
harsh.
as people are making out.
disagree.
wow.
Let's not do that again, ever.
So
Are you all right with it, John?
Yeah, I've
Maybe
tasted
you-
worse things.
Maybe you did. Did you
Okay,
actually
let's-
get one?
Yeah, I got one of the orange ones.
Yeah,
I
they're
feel-
violent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the question in the chat, by the way, Ham, is is subs everyone or just you?
Ham, easy.
I think it's just Ham. I think
Yeah.
I didn't sign on for subs. I just signed on for.
I didn't even say
Sounds fair.
subs. How did we get the subs part? But
the
look,
chat. The chat.
look, that was from last time. Look,
Yeah,
chat. I am happy to continue to partake in shittles for subs.
grandfathered in.
I refuse to participate in shittles for subs because I am not a pay-to-play player.
All right. Now you guys will have to bear with me to start off with because my peripheral vision with this stupid mask on is shithouse.
Bear with you or
Um,
cat with you?
Sorry.
Bear with you or cat with you?
Oh, it has
Yeah,
begun.
straight over. That was great. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's good.
Whoosh! Oh, fudge sake. There's another one, guys.
Oh,
Right.
can we
here
put
we go.
a timer on this?
Yeah.
Now, here's something
So
for everyone.
rude.
I don't have any zombie Skittles. I could not find any zombie Skittles. I thought, what can I do that I really don't like? I am not a fan of sour things. These are not 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 is a horrible flavor. These are all horrible flavors. So here goes another sour thing.
NVC.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it is one shittle per sub.
It's 13.
Oh,
NVC's about to
queued up
get
for you
to
already.
ruin
then.
Yeah,
you, Ham.
I know he's about to do something because he's a fucking evil human being.
He's a fucking
I'll go out
excellent
in
human and we love
solidarity
him
with you, Ham.
forever.
Thank you,
We do.
D20.
He is awesome. I'm gonna hate him for a temporary period of time, depending on what he
That's
does.
fine.
Before I go any further, I'm just gonna wait and wait.
Just get going. Just get
Okay,
going.
All right, let's do
We're going
it.
to get stuff. The tough
Oh,
shittles.
Chris.
Yeah. Oh fucking hell, Chris. All right, hold on.
D20 has
All right.
dropped on. Go, hit it.
Keep going, guys.
Oh fuck.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh,
Safety skittle.
Let's see how bad it really is.
All right. Keep going. Keep going. We can do this. Oh,
That one's
geez.
not
There's
too-
your
oh,
10
no.
gifted subs.
Uh-oh.
This
No.
one I thought it wasn't bad. It's a blackcurrant flavored one, so double.
Ham,
Okay.
I'm
Oh.
going to donate a sub so we can get a hype train going. I do
Yep.
not require you to eat a shittle for my sub.
Kate, you're a wonderful human being. I appreciate that. 1, 2, 3,
Every sub should be
Oh,
treated
sh-
equally.
5.
That's fine. I am
Seven.
fine then, Cass. You can have it instead.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
Oh.
There's for fuck's sake.
We're just gonna sit on stream
Okay, hold
eating
on. I've got-
shittles all
I've got-
night, right?
I've got 10 here. Hold on.
eventually we'll get to some gaming.
That's
Our taste buds are on an adventure right
So,
now.
guys,
We'll
we are
get
probably going to have a hold on them for a bit, and then we'll
Yeah.
come back and
Hey,
catch up on them. I will
pace.
keep track. I'll keep track of how many we have to eat, or Saz
and-
will, or whatever.
and-
Just like we're going to get started with the game.
Uh-huh. So good.
So good.
And Tam hates
Oh.
you, by the way,
Enjoying
and has
that?
gifted 5 as well, Ham.
Oh my
I think they're actually not too bad.
They stick around. They lurk.
Yeah, it's
I've had
the
three.
aftertaste.
I've all had 3
Aftertaste.
since we hopped on our stream.
All right. Let's jump into
You
this.
have to have a whole
Let's
load of them at once.
Otherwise, we're gonna get to like 11 o'clock and we'll be
Challenging,
like, okay. So what have we
Okay.
not done anything of?
And
Okay.
Skittles.
So, summary from last session. So, last time on Radiant Shadows, finding nothing else of interest in the home of the mysterious Athelas, the party left his small home, venturing out into the rainy afternoon. Doing a quick reconnaissance of the surrounding area, including a delightful jaunt out on Lullaby Lake in a small boat they discovered, the group finally decided to head back to Greenfield. On their return, they discovered that the old bugbear Wex had managed to convince the townsfolk to partake in the sacrifice of a beast once a month to gain the assistance of and protection from the strange fey creatures that lurked in the hills. Spending the evening in the warmth of the Fleece and Scythe Inn, they set out the next day to tell Lara's amble of the confirmed deal. Pleased with the news of the bargain, the now affectionately named Larry led them to the small cave in which Tolbin and his bandit friends were presumably hiding with the stolen fireworks. Larry, unconvinced to help in the assault of the cave, did, however, agree to chase down any of the bandits that may flee, and the party struck up a plan. And thus began the assault on the cave, with Delgrim bravely venturing close while the others hid in the hills, waiting for Tiernan's newly fixed companion Blinky to provide a distraction. With the bandits lured outside, including Tolbin, our brave adventurers attacked, with Miera weaving her magic to send many of them to sleep, while Delgrim engaged in ferocious hand-to-hand combat. Tiernan, Grumpfel, and Rowan all joined in, and very quickly Tolbin realised it was a losing cause, and with most of his companions either fast asleep or mortally injured, cast his sword aside and surrendered. Now, as the party begins tying up those who are still asleep, with Tolbin captured, what will the party find inside the caves? Will it finally be the fireworks? And once returned to the people of Greenfield, where will they head to next? And that is where we will pick things up. So there are still about 3 people who are lying asleep on the ground. Miera, you had started tying up a couple of them. And Tolbin was standing there, arms high, sword cast to the side.
Rowan is staring Tolbin down.
He's just sort of like eyeballing all of you. Make an insight check, Rowan. Let's roll. This is all about dicey dice. Let's get it off.
Dicey dice on
Dicey
a channel that is run by an organization that sells dicey dice? What do you mean?
I know.
That is, sorry, what am I rolling? 13
Insight.
plus
Insight.
So 13 plus 1, so 14.
14. You can see, despite the fact that he looks fairly sort of stoic, which is how you're used to him, you've had a few more interactions than the rest of the group, and you can see the way he is looking at you all is slightly different now. There's almost an air of respect, maybe, as he looks you all up and down. He sort of sees you eyeballing him, holds your gaze for a moment, and then sort of looks away and continues looking around the rest of the group.
Well, Tiernan at this point in time is his face goes very green, and proceeds to hurl in the grasses, trying to keep an eye, trying to not to look at the dead guy that Blinky killed off. Just hurling up his guts.
So you guys can hear Tiernan retching in the background. What are the rest of you up to?
Before we finished last stream, Grumpfel used his newfound channel divinity preserve life to heal Delgrim. So going to look around and see if any of the other party need patching up. Anyone
I'm good.
need patching up? Does anyone visibly look like they need patching up?
Rowan's
No.
fine.
Cool.
Rowan's fine, yeah.
Grumpfel will then start sort of last rites for the dispatched bad guys.
Okay. So you can see that there was a small gnome who was still alive, but had been put to sleep by Miera's spell, starting to, because the spell only lasts for a minute, starting to sort of slowly come to. He hasn't been tied up yet. He sort of sits up with a bit of a groan, looks around and sort of sees Tolbin standing there with his hands up and the rest of you guys. And he just kind of goes, yeah. No, I surrender as well. Don't. It's just a job.
Delgrim's is going to approach Tolbin angrily and just stare up at him and just demand, "Why you betrayed town? you work for? Why you steal firework? Why you kill innocent person? What is all this for?
But I mean, I didn't betray anyone. Peridin hired me to do this. He wanted the stuff stolen. I'm just doing a job.
And at that, Delgrim's shocked and will just kind of take a step back. Perry didn't ask you to do these things?
Well, I mean, he didn't ask me. I mean, it's not like he went up and said, hey, Tolbin, can you please do this? Like, he paid me some fairly decent coin, hired us to steal the stuff. Don't know why. Don't really care why. It's just a business transaction. Also, why I'm surrendering now, because to be honest, I don't want to die over something like this. It's not worth the amount of money that I've been paid. And to be fair, I think I maybe slightly underestimated all of you. So, look, the fireworks are in the cave. If you just let me and my mates here go, you can just. Well, I mean, as long as we can go and sort of get our gear and stuff, we'll go one way. You guys go the other. We'll call it even.
Do you have some kind of proof that Peridin paid you to do these things?
Oh, like what?
That is why I ask you question.
Oh, no,
Some
I mean that's
kind of contract or a item of his that he gives you as part of payment, something of this nature.
no. I mean, don't exactly run that kind of racket here. To be fair, don't go around signing contracts and all that sort of stuff.
And we will need one of you to come with us back to town.
Yeah, I'm not. Make a persuasion roll, please. Pretty please.
That's 16.
16. He gives you a bit of a look, and then he looks over at the large, strong woman that you essentially took out on your own, and then looks back to you and kind of goes, "Look, you seem like a sensible man. How about we do a bit of a deal? Maybe there's a bit of extra coin in it that you could make just to maybe turn and look the other way while me and my mates head off. I mean, you get your fireworks back, which is what you wanted. You can go back to town. You can believe me or not believe me. That's up to you. But look, I'm offering to sweeten the pot here a bit for you. I can maybe, I can make it worth your while.
Delgrim's disinclined, I think, to step back for money, but we'll look over to the party in the cave and just ask, what do we think we do here? I feel we need some kind of proof if we go back and accuse Peridin, or testimony from one of these people.
Why don't we just check their stuff first?
This is a good idea.
You want to come into the cave and have a look at stuff?
Have I finished tying up whoever I was tying up before by now?
Yeah, you've started tying them up. You noticed that were you going to try and tie up the gnome as well?
Well, if he's already given up, I'll leave him.
Okay. Yeah, no. So you've got a couple of them now tied up. Absolutely. And the gnome's just sort of standing there looking quite uncertain about the whole situation.
Okay.
Oh, I'll go have a look. I can't stay out here.
I'll
Probably so.
go in as well, have a look, and I'll tell the gnome as well, stay there, or Larry will get you.
He's like, I don't know who Larry is.
Just stay there and you won't have to find out.
Oh, okay.
Trust me.
This is just a job. I don't want any trouble.
Just stay there. It's fine.
Okay, I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere.
And I'll go into the cave as well.
Okay.
Rowan is not taking her eyes off of Tolbin because she doesn't trust that he's not going to leg it.
Okay. So it sounds like pretty much everybody's going into the cave at this stage. Tolbin leads you inside. And as you sort of saw from the outside, there's a very small stream which meanders through what's actually quite a large cave complex. There's two sort of main rooms with a couple of makeshift small bridges that cross this creek. It would appear that this is a place that's probably been used a number of times for these kinds of activities, storing goods, stashing things away. It's fairly hidden and out of the way, so a good little hiding spot. Tolbin leads you all the way to the back and points to a large crate and says, look, over there's fireworks. You can also see that there's 6 small straw pallets that are set up for beds. There's a small chest and there's a couple of small barrels as well. And a small fire that's been set up currently too, with a pot hanging over the top of it. What do you want to see? It's
in
a
the
camp.
barrels.
Barrels?
Yeah. What's in the barrels?
One of them's just got one's got ale, the other one's just got some like dried jerky and stuff.
So that's stolen as well.
No, I mean we've got to eat and drink.
So you
The
purchased
barrels
them.
What?
You purchased it, right?
Yeah, we purchased it. We don't steal everything. And I would just like to point out that we were hired to do this. This is just a job. Normally, I'm a pretty upfront kind of guy.
Still killed a guy.
Well, look, I mean, that was just more to make the whole situation convincing. Paradin wanted people to believe that it was these creatures that had done this. So I was just making it more believable. Guy was a prick anyway, so...
He is pricked. Did he not tell you anything as to why he wanted to fool the villagers in this way?
I didn't ask. I mean, if someone comes to you and goes, hi, we want you to steal some stuff. Here's a big bag of gold. You go, cool. I don't deal in why people want stuff unless it impacts significantly on what the job is. It's good coin.
So Peregrine found you directly or for a contact?
Again, I don't know. He found me in Deep Cove. Did a business transaction. Came back this way. Look, I to be honest, I just want to go home at this stage. This whole thing's just turned to shit. I don't care about Peregrine. I don't care what you guys do with him. You can go back and you can hang him up by his boots. You can stab him, whatever. I just want to get my stuff. This has just been an absolute disaster, and I just want to go home.
Where a firework?
The crate over there, and he points to a large crate off to one side.
Grumpfel's going to address Tolbin.
Mhm.
Are you lettered? Can you write, or can you make your mark?
Look, I mean, yeah, I mean, I know my basic letters.
If I were to write essentially your confession, would you sign it for us?
Make a persuasion roll for me, please.
Oh, I'll use D&D Beyond. Give that a workout.
It's D&D.
This is going to be fun. 14.
14.
Consider that he surrendered to us, so he wants to leg it. He wants to get out of this.
Look, I mean, if that means that me and the rest of the lads can just bugger off, yeah, sure, whatever. That's fine.
I cannot make that decision for myself in the sense of releasing you, but I dare say it would sway all of us in favor of that a little?
I am in favor of this idea. I think this is good idea. And may I say also, Grumpfel, you are looking particularly handsome today.
Yes, I feel as though I don't know. I'm like, where do you go with that? I was inspired.
Well, do people know who you are, Tolbin, at Greenfields? They would, wouldn't they?
No, well, I mean, Paradin does. His mate probably does, but I mean, for the most part, no, not really. We're not from there. We're from, like I said, we're from Deep Cove. He hired us there. Look, give me the piece of paper. I'll sign it. I'll do whatever you want. If you need me to say, oh my God, Paradin's the worst person on the face of the planet, I'll write that down. I'll sign my name and whatever.
All right. So we'll Grumpfel, yeah, just get a. He's in his pack. He's got quill and ink in a little sealable container, and some parchment or a book or something. I can't remember what he's got in there, but he does have something. So he'll just write up that Tolbin was hired by old mate, and write that that he was hired to steal the fireworks out of Deep Cove. He was hired from Deep Cove and paid to essentially steal something on its way to Greenfield, and then we'll have him sign it and write out his name.
Yep. So he just sort of stands there, sort of somewhat impatiently watching you do this, and then when you finally produce the piece of paper, he grabs the quill from you, scribbles his name on the bottom. He's like, done. What? Okay. Can we go?
No, not yet. First, you and your friends load the wagon with all things you steal.
So the fireworks.
Any other things in the cave here that you steal?
What was in the chest? There was a chest, or is that the same as fireworks? The crate.
The chest.
Yeah.
Well, no, the chest is like our personal stuff. So,
Can I go investigate the chest while they're doing all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, if you want to. As you go over there, he's like, hey, hold on, that's our stuff.
Yeah, but you took other people's stuff, so
You don't really have moral high ground on which to stand.
Shit. He reaches into a pocket and pulls out a key and throws it at you, Tiernan, like there is nothing gentle about it. Can you make an acrobatics check for me?
Oh God. I can do the check. Whether or not I'll make it is another story. Oh, that's surprising. 19.
19. You quite deftly sort of snatch the key out of the air. He's like,
Thanks.
taking their shit.
Well, look, come on.
I won't take it all. I just want to see what's in there.
So you go
ensuring that it is not stolen.
So you go and unlock the chest and open it up, and it is quite small. And inside you can see there's a variety of coins, and you can see also resting on the top there appears to be a small ruby as well.
Take that back to the villagers as payment for, I don't know.
Well, how much
trouble
coin
you
is there?
You have a quick flick through. There's 12 gold pieces, 18 silver, and 45 copper.
What's the ruby like?
I say we take the ruby and I'll hand 10 silver to Tolbin. And say the rest will go to the widow, the person you killed.
That's a good idea.
Right. And so you do realize that he doesn't actually have a wife or anything. He was just another one of us. He was just another mate. What a dick. Look, if you want to take the coin, whatever. Take
No,
the
I'll leave you 10 silver at least.
Oh, very generous of you. Thank you. Gosh.
Such an attitude.
You can take it all if you're not happy.
Or we could feed you to a hungry beast outside. It's your choice.
Look, I'm doing everything that you're taking my money, you're getting your fireworks back. Look. I'm just done. Just take it.
I
Whatever.
noticed they are not yet loaded in the wagon.
Oh my god. Well, you've tied up the other guys. And he goes, "Hey, Gil!" And he shouts, "Gil!"
Was anyone
Gil!
watching those other guys?
No.
No. They're tied up.
Gil!
I'll wander outside to check on them.
You head outside Tiernan and you can see that so there
Actually,
was
Grumpfel will go with Tiernan because it's nothing like getting getting jumped and not not realizing that you're by yourself outside away from your party.
so outside you can see the balding human male and the tall furbulk are still tied up. There is no sign of the gnome.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh well. Well, Larry's is going to get dinner then, isn't he?
Yeah, either Larry or he's legged it.
Larry and his friends said they enjoy hunt, so I'm sure they will enjoy hunt.
Well, yeah.
Well, do we untie one so they can help Tolbin? Grumpfel?
The guys tied up, do they look like they're still bleeding or hurt or anything like that?
They've got a couple of small injuries, but I believe who was it? Why? Yeah, they've got a few sort of scrapes and grazes from when Rowan exploded one of the wooden barriers.
Okay, but nothing free flowing or gushing. It was just
no.
bruises and bumps and cuts. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Otherwise, it would have Grumpfel would have pulled his healer's kit out and at least stemmed the flow of any free flowing wounds.
No. They're just bruises and scrapes for the most part.
So do we untie one of them, Grumpfel, so they can help Tolbin?
Perhaps if we were to get Tolbin to instruct them, I fear that if we were to untie them,
We
What's his
can
name?
leave them
Cool.
tied. We
Hey?
can leave them tied. Gil.
Gil. Which one are you, Gil?
The Furbo goes, Gil was the gnome.
I lean into the cave. Gil's gone. Who else?
I will help Tolbin if need be.
Tolbin goes, "All right, well, come on, grab this crate." So lets out a sigh and goes over and starts to sort of manhandle the crate towards the front of the cave.
Delgrim will dwarf handle in assistance.
Okay, excellent.
The crate.
So with all of the handling, you manage to get the crate back out to where the wagon is and where that horse is. You notice that the horse is quite skittish. And as you load the fireworks up onto the back of the cart, it seems very, very nervous.
Rowan is going to go to the front of the cart. This is probably the first time she's looked away from Tolbin to calm the horse.
Okay.
Being of a small farming community, this is something she has dealt with before.
Absolutely. Make an animal handling check for me, please.
Lost to check everybody.
Yeah.
And a hydrate.
There was also a hydrate in there earlier.
Correct.
Animal handling, you say. Natural 20 plus 1.
Oh,
Hey guys, guess what? Have a
damn.
shittle, everyone else.
I forgot about that.
Shittle time.
It's shittle time.
Wow.
Oh,
Hey, even though these are
fuck.
sours, I would still label them as shittle.
It's shittle time.
No,
They really are worse when it's just by itself. Oh,
They're bad. I don't know.
They're
Not
great.
that bad.
Oh, dude.
Ellie, not shittles for everyone. Shittles for everyone but me.
Yeah, no.
Except for Kate.
Oh no. How
Oh.
sad.
Oh,
Oh,
I
God.
was expecting something really, really bad, like blue cheese bad.
You see,
Oh, I
Blue
like
cheese
blue
is
cheese.
delicious anyway.
See,
not
I
the
think
point.
there's
Blue
something
vein,
wrong with your
blue
taste
vein.
buds.
So coming back around, Rowan, you expertly calm the horse down. You've seen this before in situations where they've been like spooked by like wolves or something like that.
Looking
That's-
around, can I see whether there's any like evidence that Larry is around? Like the idea of like, is the thing that spooked it the fact that there's like movement of the grass the way that I've seen it before? I'm not going to do anything about it,
For
but
sure.
I just want to know if that's
Make a perception check.
Visible.
You just want to be rolling dice as much as possible. The game's about. This is what it's all about.
18 plus something. 18 plus if it's perception, 18 plus 1.
So you notice you don't see any direct movement around you, but you do notice not too far. With your newfound sight in the darkness, you actually notice what appears to be drag marks through a small part of the dirt of the tiny trail that leads here, as almost like a pair of heels being dragged somewhere.
Miera?
Am I out of the cave now?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you?
Wrong?
She's gonna like, because she's still calming the horse at the same time, which is hilarious because she's calming it above her head. She's gonna sort of point in the direction of where she can see the drag marks and just sort of, can you go and have a look at those, please? There's some marks on the ground. I just can't tell what they are, and I don't want this one to bolt with them trying to load anything on the back.
Yep, sure, I'll go. So I'll go over. There was a dead body.
Yep.
Somewhere out here. Is that still there?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'll go over to where Rowan's pointed out those drag marks and have a look.
Ham, is Grumpfel close enough to have heard that exchange between Rowan and Miera?
Yeah, because you're outside, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Grumpfel will go over because he's made the leap of logic that Larry's out here somewhere. Miera did tell who we've now known to be as Gil not to go anywhere, otherwise Larry might get you. And Grumpfel's also realised that Miera was high on Larry's a la carte menu selection earlier. So he's going to wander over just to help out and be an extra pair of eyes and hands and ears.
Make sure I don't become a chicken nugget.
Yeah, a Miera nugget.
So the two of you head over to where Rowan's pointed out the marks, and with her sort of directing you, it becomes quite apparent where you can see them. They get dragged sort of down the path a bit and then up the hill.
The drag marks look like gnome boot size gouges.
It would be sort of not out of the realm of possibility. And as you sort of go another about sort of 20 feet following up roughly in direction to the grass, you sort of lose them slightly. Both of you make a perception check for me, please.
My new dice from Meeples and Dragons.
.com.au, buy all the dice all the time.
Well, all the stuff
Shameless plug.
and the things.
Perception?
Yep.
You need to do it the other way.
19.
19. And what do you get, Grumpfel?
9.
9. Miera, you sort of lose sight of where these tracks are, but as you're looking around, you pause, and through the still night air, you're fairly certain you hear like a crunching noise.
Okay. Can I loudly whisper, Larry? And just see if anything happens?
Nothing.
Okay.
So if Miera's done that, I just like, do you you see anything out here, Miera, that I may have missed?
I can see like in the grass there, and I can hear just heard a crunch noise, but can't really see too much else. But I think Larry may have eaten Gil.
Oh. Now, considering a couple of episodes ago, Delgrim and I had an exchange, or a one-way exchange in Undercommon, and we get the impression that Larry understood every word of it. Grumpfel's not exactly going to whisper, not exactly shout, but just slightly lower than conversation in Undercommon, the equivalent of Bon Appetit.
Okay. All right.
And I suppose we'll head. Not really much we could do unless we want to keep sort of going further into the grass. But I think probably it's a good idea to go back and tell people. What do you think, Grumpfel?
Yes, let's not stray too far from the others.
Okay. So I guess we'll head back down to the cave and let people know our suspicions about
One eye over the shoulder as we make our way back if we're not walking backwards.
And I'll just say to Grumpfel, I did warn him.
Yes, I heard you quite plainly say, stay here, otherwise Larry will get you. He may not have known who Larry is, but the warning was said and not heeded.
Exactly. Poor Gil.
Oh, well.
So you guys get back to the rest of the group. At this stage, Delgrim and Tolbin have loaded the fireworks onto the back of the cart. And Tolbin is standing there looking slightly impatient, going, look, I've signed your piece of paper. We've loaded the stuff onto the cart. We're done. Like I said, no harm, no foul. This is all just a business transaction. What you guys do from here, I'm not going to go and, I'm done. Are we good?
I have no issue with letting.
No, I don't either. I still
letting Tolbin and friends go.
Everyone in agreement? Just letting him go?
Rowan's just going to walk up to Tolbin. If everyone else is happy to let him go.
Grumpfel's going to take the signed confession.
Yep.
I've still got my pistol out, just keeping a trained eye on everyone.
Yep.
Trying to avoid looking at the dead guy as much as possible.
Yeah, Rowan just wants to walk up and, as much as she can, square up to someone who is twice her size. Square up to him and just say, if you didn't lie to everybody, you might actually have some friends who wouldn't run away from you. And then turn around and walk away. Because she's trying to make him feel bad.
I need to roll the dice. I just stabbed myself on a D4. This is really hard. I can't see what I'm doing. You see he looks quite surprised by that.
Psychic damage.
His mouth sort of opens as if to say something, and then as you turn away, it's like, yeah. Shit.
You better take your friend then.
He turns around to the two that are on the ground and starts cutting their bonds. And he goes, come on, you lot, let's go grab the last of the stuff in the cave and get out of here. This has been an absolute disaster.
If you ever want honest paid work, let me know. I can point you in the direction of my colony and who may employ you for fair pay for fair work.
Honest? Yeah. Look. And he kind of looks over at Rowan. And he looks back at you, Grumpfel, and he says, and he doesn't actually say anything at all. Come on, just walks into the cave.
Can I call out after him as well and just say, and don't forget to watch out for Larry?
As they're going in, you hear the furbolg, his voice drift out from inside the cave, go, hey, Tolbin, who's Larry?
I think now would be a good time to get in wagon and go back to town. What do you
What
think?
time of day is it? Isn't it late?
It is.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
evening.
It was late.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. We're like 2 days away from Greenfield here.
Mhm.
Do we set up camp before we go, or do we head off, guys?
There is nice defensible cave here, but I feel it a little bit awkward if we move in.
This is true. How big's the cart? Can we all ride in it?
So Rowan has just perched herself like on the back of the cart after making him feel bad. That's she's just
Legs dangling from the back?
yeah, like she's just scrambled up there because she's like, whatever you guys want to do. It's that kind of energy of like, so guys, what's now?
You look, considering the size of the party, yes, definitely you guys could all fit on the wagon. That would not be a problem.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah. Yeah. You're all fun size, so it's easy. It's not a problem.
Tiernan's
So-
basically staring at the horse. Does anyone know how to operate this thing? This vehicle?
I'm looking at Rowan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would it be fair to say that Rowan has probably operated a cart?
Look,
In which case, she's gonna sort
Yeah.
of bounce up, climb along the crate, and go
We've
sit
already
on-
established a rapport with
Yeah,
the
she's
pony.
made the she made yeah. So she's gonna basically ride it because it makes more sense, so she can steer it because that's probably
Alright.
how she's done it in the past. Because she
Considering
doesn't have the arm link to.
yeah.
Considering Grumpfel would have been in and around trade wagons as well.
Yeah.
If Rowan wants to sit up in the front, Grumpfel will like may I assist you in any manner, and climb up into the front buggy seat.
If you can remember which way we have to go, you can shout instructions like a some sort of navigatorial person if you can.
I'm sure we can work that out.
Delgrim's face just kind of drifts in between the two of them.
She's
real
sitting
up
on the back
close
of the
from
horse, guys.
behind.
She's not
Oh,
on
the back of the
cart.
horse.
She
Oh,
is
okay,
on the
excellent.
horse.
Yeah.
On the horse.
On the
It
cart.
will be next to Grumpfel then,
Yes.
on the seat then, and he'll just ask, is creature in front of cart dangerous?
Oh, it's if used like anything, a beast of burden, if not looked after, can become unruly and dangerous.
It spit acid.
Absolutely, I would keep away from it if I was you, and let our lovely halfling friend look after the dangerous part of it.
Tiernan's in the back of the cart at this stage and just trying to muffle a laugh.
Yeah. Miera's sniggering behind her hand.
Hey, Grumpfel might be pious, doesn't mean that he doesn't know how to have a fun little jibe every so often.
Outstanding. So with that, the party now on the wagon, Rowan perched atop the horse, Grumpfel in the navigatorial position. How long are you guys planning on traveling for? It's probably the equivalent of like sort of 8 p.m. at night.
And how far is town away again? 2 days travel?
2 days.
Is that true? That's 2 days walking though.
That is 2 days walking. The cart will reduce the duration a small amount, but not hugely. Not unless you want to actually really kind of crack the whip. Yeah, there's only a 1 horsepower cart. So
I mean, Rowan can see 120 feet ahead of herself in the dark, so she's pretty happy. But she will 100% take the lead from anybody else if people want to stop. Basically,
We just see how far we get. When we're tired, we stop.
Delgrim has been visibly keyed up since they found the fireworks, and that is giving no indication of desiring to not take it back as quickly as possible.
oh no, I've accidentally dropped the tinderbox in the crate.
Don't you dare! Don't you even dare!
All right, so you guys head off back up out of the small valley with the cart and the wagon.
I might just set Blinky to keep an eye out and basically you just hover and does this 360-degree look around
Yep.
constantly. And Tiernan might try to get some shut-eye.
Okay. You
Yes,
travel
let's go.
for probably a couple of hours before you're definitely all starting to feel fatigued. Both from the fact that it's getting late, but also, the adrenaline of for many of you, your first actual real fight where life and death was a reality for you. So you would this stage probably look at setting up camp. Anything in particular that you're doing in regards to setting up camp now that you've got your little wagon and everything?
Alarm.
Alarm? Yep.
Dancing lights.
Probably
The,
set up the camp near the wagon or something.
Yeah, and I'll put the trap out. Delgrim will put the trap out. I'm just a ways off from the wagon.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Sitting watches and stuff as per normal?
If Rowan is going to sleep, and assuming she's going to get a full night's sleep, she's going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on herself to protect herself from Larry.
Okay. All right. So you're going to do that before you go to sleep?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
essentially, from a gameplay perspective, it's casting it with a view that it's a concentrate. See, it's only up to 10 minutes, but it's just while she falls asleep. She
Yeah,
just
for
doesn't
sure.
want to
Get larried.
get
Yeah.
larried.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
She doesn't want to wake up because suddenly there's a Larry while
Yeah.
she's trying to drift off.
No, totally fair. Totally fair. All right. So you invoke that magic and the rest of you get settled in for the night.
Rowan will say before she goes to bed that she will take the first morning watch, the getting just before everyone gets up, so that she can make sure the horse is happy and stuff at the early hours, if that makes sense. So it's ready to go when they get up.
Tiernan will volunteer to do the first watch. She says, I'm having trouble sleeping anyway.
I'll join on the first watch because I want to really listen out for anything around us in case there is any Larry-esque stuff happening.
Yep. Middle watch, I'm assuming, is just going to be Grumpfel and Delgrim.
Yeah, can do.
Too easy. This typing is terrible.
And then Rowan and the horse.
Yeah, and Rowan. I'll
Also,
actually note that. And horse.
Yeah.
Okay. The night passes uneventfully. You wake up the next day. It's overcast again.
Guys, it's Shittle's time. It's only one.
Anyway,
It's
I'm
Shittle's
okay with
time.
that. Who's this AU quest person? Oh God! Fucking ass.
It means at the end of it, Ham, you'll get all the nice ones. You just have to get the crappy ones out of the way.
Great.
So at least half of them in my container are orange.
That sounds like a you problem.
Mm,
It
really
is.
does.
It is a me problem.
And another one.
And another.
Oh,
Thanks, Gav.
Wow. It looks amazing when you take a drink with that face. Too, Hamish. It's beautiful.
Oh, because it hits the mask. So, because it's hard because I'm actually wearing my glasses under this so that I can see. It's
Excellent.
not the most.
glasses are
comfortable.
so annoying.
Oh, glasses are a pain in the ass. Anyway, so you guys are all set. You go through your usual morning rituals, getting organized.
oh. Grumpfel pops out his set of little tiny coffee pewter cups and gets morning coffee going because I think this morning we are in need of coffee.
Yeah, cool, awesome. So you go through your now fairly routine coffee ritual.
Yeah, wonder if the horse wants some.
The horse,
I was wondering the same thing.
the horse shows little interest in the coffee. But you guys get all sorted out, load back up on the wagon, and continue to make your way back towards Greenfield. Over the course of the first day heading back, is there anything in particular anyone wants to do or say? Anything you guys want to talk about, or are you can just sort of continue making your way quickly back?
Tiernan will broach the subject with Miera. Why were you constantly trying to disable everyone rather than for lack of a better, killing them? Weren't they the bad guys?
Yeah, but just because they're bad guys doesn't give me the right to kill them. And they weren't hurting me at the time, so I figured the easiest way to do it is just to let them have a nap.
Almost
Everyone's
feel like
happier after a nap. Would you have killed them?
I did kill them.
And how did that make you feel?
Not so good. Not so good.
That's why
Can be
I think it's
hard.
best to avoid it. If you can.
I don't think I could. That then. My skill set isn't really disabling. But oh well.
We had to do what we had to do, right? I don't think you should feel too bad about it. You were protecting yourself. It's just that they weren't attacking me, and I figured, like I said, everyone's happier after a nap.
And Tiernan starts to look at Blinky because Blinky's the one who did the kill shot, so to speak.
Blinky's mechanical eye, like he's sort of hovering there, and as you look at it, sort of turns around and just looks back at you, Tiernan, and there's the mechanical clicking as the eyelid sort of slowly closes and reopens as it just floats there, staring at you.
Come here, Blinky. And he gestures at Blinky to come down.
And
And just-
flies down and just sort of lands in his usual spot on your shoulder.
And Tiernan's gonna take him off the shoulder and just give him a little bit of a hug.
The little wings, the little mechanical wings,
They fold in.
you think for a moment that maybe as they're folding in, they maybe just wrapped a little bit around you at the same time before they retract all the way in as well.
Zombie guys.
Zombie time.
Shadows. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Yes.
Got a yellow.
I feel like they've got a different texture as well.
Oh no.
It's the texture of disappointment and loathing.
Can we have a drink?
Oh,
Yes, I will redeem a hydrate so that you
Please.
can.
Thank you, Kat.
I'm redeeming a hydrate for my own benefit.
Oh,
So you continue onwards through the day.
right.
Grumpfel. Yep.
Sorry, Grumpfel's going to keep an eye out for any flora along the way that may be medicinally helpful, or just anything that's useful that we may or may not use. Just keeping an eye out.
Yeah, for sure. Make a survival check for me, please.
13.
13. The countryside here is it's rolling grasslands, small clumps of trees, bushes. You don't see a lot of anything that would be terribly beneficial. At one stage, far off in the distance, you see, and we're talking like a long way away, potentially what might be like an orchard or something, considering you are passing through farmland. but nearby, no, it's fairly sort of simplistic landscape.
That's right. If nothing else, he's going to perhaps not himself jump down off the wagon to collect it, but if someone like, say, Tiernan was to help, anytime we see something that could be used for a campfire tonight, wood or anything like that, tinder, whatever, like, might point it out and just sort of, this might be useful tonight for a campfire.
Yeah, for sure. And look, absolutely, you would collect sort of a nice little selection of loose wood and stuff like that. That would be very well.
Shittles again.
Kate's becomes the shittles announcer. Oh, I looked.
Oh.
It's fun because D20 keeps redeeming and I keep getting not shittles. It's great.
Yeah, I've had a good run so far too.
Thanks, Chris.
I got a bad.
Every one of
That's good.
every one of my sour dribs has been.
Oh,
sour,
Saz!
Yeah,
Oh,
Sam's just
Saz!
set up. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no!
Oh.
Really
yes,
gets up
yes.
up
Oh.
As
behind
is
your
also
nose.
partaking in this.
Says down. So
Yeah, the water.
Isn't
The
it- aren't they
drink does
delicious?
nothing.
wow.
Just spreads it. It's like trying to get rid of chili.
So you get to the end of the first full day of traveling back, and you've done this trip a few times now. You're conscious that it probably only another day. You probably get back to Greenfield, especially with the cart, sort of around sort of evening time of the next day.
Did anyone check the contents of the crate, FYI?
I thought you opened it to have a look in there.
No, I checked the chest.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I thought I heard someone say something about opening
It
that.
suddenly occurs to Tiernan, so he might just
No
quickly
one.
check the crate.
Excuse-
Does Tiernan tell Rowan to stop moving the cart forward while this is happening?
Tiernan's got it.
Cool.
Awesome. What could possibly go wrong looking into
Have you ever seen a Dwergar's heart break?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Actually, no, Tiernan would know better. He asked Rowan to stop the cart.
All right. Yeah. She stops the.
You're going to stop the cart and open the lid of the crate. Creaks upwards. You look inside,
It's a mimic, no.
and yeah, inside you see a collection. Who's looking into the crate, by the way?
Delgrim is absolutely looking into the.
Okay.
Not
crate
Rowan.
that's
She's
being
still on the
opened.
horse.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Grumpfel isn't. He's on the front buggy.
Are you like sitting on the horse? Or you're like cuddling its neck or something?
She's like sitting on the horse, but she's ridden horses before, so she may be small, but she's got skills. She's doing the jockey thing.
She's got
Okay.
skills.
I'll be in
That's
the
it. The
back
reason why
as well,
jockeys are
so I'll
small.
be peeking, I
Okay.
guess.
So those of you peeking inside, you can see what appear to be a number of long cylindrical things with small pointed tips and long sticks coming out the back of various sizes. Some are very long with a short stick, some are very short with a longer stick. You see the majority of them have got like a small piece of string hanging out from one side or somewhere. And for those of you who are experienced with this kind of thing, yes, they definitely look like fireworks. And there is quite a few in here.
Is Delgrim nearby looking in?
Yeah,
Oh,
Delgrim.
Delgrim,
I'm trying to close it just
mentioned.
to make sure Delgrim doesn't reach and grab it. Yes, they're fireworks. No, we're not going to touch them.
Is firework?
Yes.
Yep. We found them.
With confirmation that you have actually finally recovered the fireworks, you guys continue onwards. Get to the end of the first day, as I was saying before, and you go through and you start setting up camp. Once again, anything in particular anyone wants to be doing? Any conversations? You're just going to keep rolling along?
What shift says before?
Same shifts? Yep.
Yeah,
So
same
Tiernan, Miera, Grumpfel, Delgrim, Rowan, and Horse. Yep. Awesome.
God, those sours just stay me.
I love sour things.
Me too.
So you guys settle in for the evening, going through your usual routines. the early hours of the night, around 1 o'clock, one in the morning, roughly. Grumpfel, you and Delgrim sitting on watch, pairing off into the darkness. Once again, it is that sort of rolling countryside. You're in a little bit of a dip at the moment. You're just casually keeping an eye out, making sure that nothing sort of unforetold's going on. When all of a sudden you hear a blood-curdling scream. It seems to be coming from towards the north. Sounds like, probably like a woman's voice.
Is that enough of a scream to rouse people from sleep?
Probably. Yeah.
Sleep check.
Grumpfel will look over to see if Delgrim has also has any indications that he's heard that, just so I don't think I'm like hearing things.
Oh, Delgrim definitely heard it, and we'll go to the others and rouse those that.
The rest of you sort of all
sleeping.
come to with a bit of a start as you this noise sort of cuts through the night air.
What?
What was that?
We do not know. It's a very loud scream. My blood still curdled.
Where was it coming from?
In that direction, where that great big star is, the North Star, if it was there, around that direction.
It did sound like it come from north. And what
Did we hear
direction
anything
is
else?
Greenfield in?
Greenfield's to the west.
To the west, yeah.
Yeah. So basically it comes from off the road, sort of out towards the countryside.
When we set up camp, was there oh bloody sour? Were there any when we were heading along and before we set up camp, was there any tracks or trails that splintered off from the one we're on or the path we're following towards that direction? Like, do we need to backtrack to a track to go find what that was if we're going to find what that was?
Not that you can remember, no.
Is there any more screams? Was that it? It's just dead silent again.
Just the one that you've heard so far.
I think some of us should investigate. It's screen. If something out there, it might be Larry following us. It might be something else.
Didn't we come from the
East.
east?
Yep.
Miera, what direction did your friend go from town?
I can't remember actually. PM here.
East.
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 Yeah, I'm like
East.
Kate can answer that question.
It
That's
was
why
east.
she's asking the question.
Mm.
If you
No,
guys
like
had to
east.
gauge it, how far away was it?
Oh, that's a good
It's
question.
hard for me to tell. I'm not used to sound in such open spaces. It's
Grumpfel?
hard for me to judge.
Grumpfel, you can make a survival check if you want, or actually a survival or perception.
We'll go with perception.
Delgrim, you're welcome to do either, or you can lean into
Yeah,
his
no.
lack of familiarity.
Grumpfel has
I'll give it a
Grumpfel has
crack.
no idea. 6.
Can I push some of my
18.
lights out that way as well?
18 on survival.
18. Look, you're definitely not used to noise out in a big space like this, Delgrim, but it sounded like pretty close. Like you took like within sort of a couple of 100 feet,
Oh, okay, that close. Cool.
you know.
It's
Give or
not
take.
far. It's not far from us.
Oh, okay. Tiernan's gonna touch Blinky and go light, and Blinky will suddenly light up.
Ah, my eyes.
And just Blinky, just go about 70 feet and have a look. If you see anyone, come back and beep twice. But
Okay.
stay about 20 feet in the air, please.
Blinky floats away up, and there's sort of a small rise to the north and sort of floats up towards sort of roughly the top of where the rise would be. Can you make a? Actually, no. Don't need to make a perception check.
Aw,
Gets
you
up
can
there.
actually percept. Actually
Gets up
see
there
stuff.
and comes back very quickly. And gives 2 very short, sharp beeps. Beep beep. Beep beep.
Okay, so you've seen something. Is it dangerous? Beep for yes, 2 beep for no.
Beep 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 beep.
Doesn't know.
Beep? Question mark.
Yeah. Beep.
Well, there's definitely something there. Was it a woman's scream? You said. Should we go?
This is
Check
what
it
it
out.
sounds like. I am happy to go and check. You are more than welcome to come if you.
Rowan has gone to calm the horse down because I can guarantee that with a scream, the horse would have freaked out.
The horse. Have you named the horse?
Not yet, but I will. Give me a minute.
Okay, excellent. No, all good. Just putting it out there.
Yep.
Rowan's friend.
I know. So you go and calm the horse. So Delgrim's going to head up the rise to see what he can see. Is what's everyone else doing?
Tiernan will accompany him.
Yep. Grumpfel, Miera.
I kind of think we should stay together. Mira's going to just put that out. Maybe we should be doing things as a group in the dark rather than separate in the dark.
Well,
So,
I'm not very
yeah.
good at being quiet. Are you better at being quiet, Del?
There are many of us. We not necessarily need to be quiet. I can try and be quiet, and be sneak.
Well, Miera, we
Mhm.
can't leave the cart unattended. We either choose to go check on this person or we don't.
What if we leave Blinky with God, and Blinky come to you with something?
I can guarantee you the
problem with
cart will
God.
be down the road an hour by the time Blinky won't be able to do anything other than inform us.
And we come back to God.
Then your chance to lose fireworks is pretty high there.
We not know where
That's
fireworks
super
were
nice.
before. We found them. We can find
I can
firework again.
unhitch the. I mean, if we've parked up for the night, the horse has been unhitched from the cart.
Yeah.
The cart is separate.
The wagon would also have a like a braking mechanism too, wouldn't it? That goes onto one of the wheels that locks in. Like it doesn't even need like a it's not like a handbrake on a car, but isn't there a long wooden piece that you pull back and it engages a lock? Not a lock.
If it's
like
been
a-
unhitched, it'll be on an angle.
Yeah.
It just won't be.
It's not going anywhere anytime
Not going
soon.
anywhere.
Yeah.
It's physically not going anywhere unless someone comes along to take it.
Okay.
Delgrim, perhaps, or sorry, Tiernan, whoever was handy with that alarm spell, perhaps you could put it on the wagon or the horse or the fireworks. Should it move, you would be informed of its going missing.
As long as we don't go further than a mile, yeah. But it's already up. So I set it up every night. So we can do that, I guess.
So that would still be in effect, even though we've got up and moved around.
As long as we don't go travel more further than a mile, yeah.
Okay, cool. There you go.
If that's the decision, Rowan's going to tie the horse up separate from the cart or the wagon so that it's not going to run into the wagon if it gets spooked.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. No,
He's going to do sensible horse owner shit.
It is. Horse ownership 101.
Yeah.
No, perfect. So quickly tying up the horse, and having finally come to a conclusion as to what you guys are doing, you all start to make your way up this small rise to see what the source of this scream was. You get to the top, and you can see on the other side, it's fairly steep, and it goes down into sort of a small sort of a smallish sort of valley area, and you can see probably 150 feet away a small farmhouse. Small chimney sticking out the top, no smoke or anything like that. And beside it, you can see a very, very large barn. Beside the farmhouse, you notice that there's a small garden area, which currently has a number of pumpkins growing in it. Outside of the house, you can see what appears to be a figure, sort of in the space halfway between the house and the barn. They appear to be kneeling, and I'd like everybody to please make a perception check for me.
Does Blinky get one?
Sure.
This is exclusively for D20's benefit. 91. I mean, 16 plus 1 is 17. What did you do? Did you roll a nat 1?
Oh no!
Great! Now we all have to be tormented. Thanks.
Get time.
So I'm like, oh, I rolled a 5, and I'm like, I've got +4. No.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
It's safe.
You will be.
Apparently, Saz has hit another one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why have you done this?
Saz, that's quite the face you're pulling there.
So Ham,
Yep.
my choices for horse name are either Seabiscuit, because Sparkle Cookies was already taken, or I think I have to go with Ellen's choice. I just call it Rocking.
What about Binky? Any Pratchett fans?
Rocking horse?
Yeah. No. Shit.
You asked me to name the horse.
I did. Look, I put it
That
out
was
there.
entirely your fault. You gave me the power.
Absolutely. So having left Rocking behind,
Rocking
what what was everyone's perception?
I got
Do I
11.
need to say it again?
Oh,
I got 11 and Blinky got a 21.
Okay. Kate, Ryan got a 17.
17.
Yep.
19.
19.
Delgrim.
Miera,
14.
14. Delgrim, Kate, and Blinky, you all see
Sorry, Delgrim, Kate, and Blinky.
Delgrim.
Walk into a bar.
Suddenly
Yeah.
immersion. Okay.
Yeah. Plane explodes.
Are all rocking out with their Clydesdale out?
You guys all see that the barn doors are slightly open, and it's a little bit hard to tell, but there is actually a body lying in front of them. Slightly obscured, sort of almost in sort of the darkened shadow. The rest of you, however, don't notice that.
There is body lying in shadow near barn door. For anyone who may not have noticed. I will go check. Maybe spread out and keep eye out. There was scream. Maybe something here.
So don't forget there was also the other figure who was kneeling just outside the farmhouse.
Of course.
Sorry, we got distracted by the shadows.
We did, and I got a bad one. So my brain is
erased the memory.
It
So
did.
hold up. There's
Erase
someone
the
kneeling at the front of the farmhouse.
So there is someone kneeling just outside the front of the farmhouse,
Where's the person who was on the ground?
outside the barn. So the barn doors are just slightly open, and there is a body lying sort of just in the entranceway there. You can sort of see just part of them sticking out.
Is the person who's kneeling facing the person on the ground?
Yes. So their back is to you, effectively.
How do we keep finding this sort of stuff? Why does it keep happening to us?
It did not happen to us. It happened to them. And Delgrim is just gonna yell out, "Are you okay? Do you need any assistance?"
So you're about up sort of 120 odd feet away. So yeah, absolutely. Look, you yell that out, and you can see the woman. You can now tell who's a woman. Her head sort of whips around at the noise. Hard to see sort of facial expression from where you guys are, but she gets up very, very quickly and starts running towards you guys. And you can hear her voice through the night ear going, "Oh my God, please help my husband. He's been attacked by something. There's something in the barn. I think, oh my God, I don't know. He might be dead. I don't know. Please, God, please help me. Help me."
And Delgrim will move forward, kind of covering the ground between them, generally heading towards the barn then.
When you say she was kneeling earlier,
Yeah.
was it in like prostrating herself or?
No, more just someone who had potentially sort of like maybe like had collapsed in some respects.
Okay. So nothing sus. Gotcha. From
Well,
this distance, at least.
Yeah. So Delgrim, you're heading towards her. She comes racing towards you and almost crashes into you. And she just says, "Oh my God, please, I don't know what's in there, but my husband, he's hurt. Can you please help me? You and your friends, please."
Is he alive?
"I don't know. He said he heard something in the barn, and then he went out, and I followed him, and then all I saw was him collapse. And oh my God, I swear I could see blood. There's something in there. I don't know what though. Please, I need your help, please."
Grumpfel, you
Hey.
come with me and check husband. I keep eye on barn.
Tiernan's gonna pull out his pistol as well and basically line up the barn door.
Can I just do so if she was kneeling like near the farmhouse, but the body's visibly in front of the barn?
Yeah.
Would she have been able to see the body from where she was?
Yeah, easy. So the barn's right beside the farmhouse.
Yeah. So she would have seen the body in front of the
Absolutely.
barn
Yeah.
with her back to us, but we can see all of that in the scope.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. For a second there, I was like, why would she not run towards the body? But obviously she's heard us and turned and seen us rather than go over to. I was just going to say, can I have an insight to see if this is all on the level?
Look, if you want to insight check, absolutely you can.
No, I will. I will just to. Oh, now, yeah, cool. So that's 21 in total.
The paranoia is real. You are staring at an incredibly distraught young woman. Her long brown hair is just a storm around her head, and she's wearing just like what looks like a white nightie.
Okay.
She's pale, even in the dark night, with the cloud cover. You can just see how pale she is, and there's tears streaming down her face. There seems to be absolutely nothing about this person that would indicate any kind of sort of deception of any kind.
Okay, cool. So
As far as you know. No.
Okay.
I'll
Cool,
probably
well,
just walk
then-
up and hold her hand as well, and just like take hold of her hand and kind of pat her hand.
She grabs yours with and almost like crushes it. That sort of that human connection being something that she's just holding on to for dear life. As she watches, Delgrim, you were heading towards it, is that right?
Yeah, Grumpfel will follow at Delgrim's behest.
And
No,
so
we'll be
Delgrim's
backing them
gonna,
both up.
Yeah.
Delgrim will pull his hand crossbow and just kind of keep it trained on the barn door,
Yeah.
just moving towards the downed husband.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's Tiernan doing as well.
Cool.
Blinky, he's told Blinky keep an eye on the barn door.
Okay. What's Rowan up to with all of this?
She's just sort of trying to get a set. Like, this is a weird situation for her. She's still just trying to size, like, there's a screaming woman and I can see a body and I don't know if it's dead. And it's very much that, like, not deer in headlights, but like, I don't know what is best to do now. Energy.
Spooky.
Yeah.
No, very cool. Okay. So the two of you, so the small sort of group of you start heading towards this barn door. And you can see, so it's a set of double doors. One of them is slightly ajar. and you can see the body just lying in that space there. As you get closer, can everybody who's advancing please make perception checks?
Hey guys, I'm really sorry, but we all have to eat a shittle.
Oh, come on.
Hey, hold on. Does
Perception.
Halfling's luck work in this situation?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Does it have? Does a halfling's luck remove
I-
the shittles?
I don't know, chat. What do you think? Should
Hey,
Halfling?
chat. Does halfling luck mean I don't technically count that as a nat one?
Yes,
she-
does he get to re-roll it?
But if she rolls a second nat one, then we've got to eat 5.
It
Oh.
doesn't matter
Oh,
because
okay.
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
You also
no.
rolled a 1.
No.
God damn. Hang on. I am going to use luck, but
Are you
so it's
kidding
a
me?
7. But I
That's
think it
two.
counts. I think it counts as 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I did roll a 1.
I dislike all of this immensely.
Whose idea was this?
Yours, Ham.
Yours, Hamish.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh,
Hey, it's shittle time for
Yeah.
John.
get that egg in you.
Shittle time.
You're a
It's an
monster.
acquired taste.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
I
okay.
haven't acquired it.
No. It's up there with something terrible. Okay, so as you guys, what were the perception checks?
16.
7.
30,
18.
20 on Blinky.
Okay, so Grumpfel, Delgrim, and Blinky.
Were we supposed to do 2 or 1?
2. Because
Ah,
you rolled
eight-
1 and I
eight
rolled
two.
1, but I just
Yeah,
happen
yeah.
to be lucky enough
Eat
to
it.
have a lucky.
Eat
Right,
it.
2 orange.
So
Oh, no.
as you approach, you can see that it appears to be a man lying there. Also appears to be in sort of sleeping robes, and you can see around the shoulder areas, it appears to be stained a deep red, as if from probably blood. And you can even see from this angle, there appears to be some in his hair, and he is definitively not moving.
Grumpfel, can you check the man and see if there's anything you can do to help him? Perhaps?
We are up close to where he is, or we're still closing at a distance.
At this stage, you're probably about 20 feet away.
All right. Anything that with either medicine or would sort of give an indication without going up to the body as we approach?
It's with it being so dark that the only thing you can really ascertain from that perception check is that it's a body. You can't see the injuries, but you can see a lot of blood.
Okay.
Can we?
You'd need to get closer to actually do a proper inspection.
We can't tell if the body's breathing up and down or anything like that.
Not from those rolls, no.
Yeah. We would need to get a little closer for me to have a look.
Guess we need to go closer then.
Rowan's going to bump them forward in that case. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
You're it.
Yeah. Move it on. And Delgrim's probably gonna. So I don't think he'd actually mention this to the others. He's already asked Grumpfel to take a look at the body, but Delgrim will probably head to one of the doors and just kind of put his back up against the door, reaching out with his blind sight to get a sense for anything immediately behind
Okay,
the door. Probably the one that's ajar.
nice. Okay.
Tiernan's still going to keep a bead on the door moving
Yep.
forward.
How far is the body from those doors?
It's actually in the door space.
Like,
So
if,
it's almost-
if that's the open doors, he's pretty much there.
Yeah. So it's like someone's
Oh,
opened
okay.
the door,
And then something's happened.
stepped in, something's happened.
Right.
And they've fallen backwards. Miera, the young woman who's got your hand that you're holding, is still squeezing it tightly, and she's sobbing almost uncontrollably as she watches the rest of the guys heading down towards where the body is.
So I'll say it'll be okay. Just maybe go back inside and we'll come and get you when you know what's happened.
She's like, but I need to know if Wisdom's okay. Do you have people? Can your people help? Can your people heal? I don't want to go inside. I need to know what's happened.
Is Delgrim, no, sorry, Grumpfel checking the body at the moment?
So
we
you would-
were being bumped closer, so as soon as we get close enough that Grumpfel can check the body, he will.
Is that within 30? Stay within 30 feet.
not of you. No,
Not of me.
you're quite some distance. You're probably about 70 feet away at this stage. You're quite a distance away.
Okay. Well, I'll say, will you stay here, and I'll go find out, and I'll come back.
Make a persuasion check for me.
I'm trying to get my hand out. Here's a 12. Persuasion?
Yep.
Plus 4. 16.
She just goes, no, I'm not staying here by myself. I'm going with you.
Okay.
And she just like holds tight to your hand
Zombie time.
as she follows you down.
Okay, so I'll guess I'll still be trying to wiggle
come
my
on.
hand out of her hand, but I guess we'll make our way towards where Grumpfel is.
Okay. So Grumpfel, you get up to the body. Do we have to eat another shittle?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
Yeah.
God
It's-
fucking
it's-
bum wheeze.
It's shield time.
To be clear, Ellen has been waiting to accrue enough points to make us all eat a shithole.
Ellen, I really appreciate the fact that you're investing the time to hang out with us and watch our stream, and I'm more than happy to eat these shittles because of that.
Oh, sour lemon.
I just have a yellow one, but it's a shittle.
Earlier.
Oh, that's a shame.
It sounds like it's been in.
lies.
I think it's probably been in association with too many orange ones.
Shitty by association.
Yeah.
So, Grumpfel, you get up to the body, and Delgrim, you reach out with your blind sense. Can you please make a perception roll for me?
Whoa, that was the wrong one. 16.
16. What's the range on it? 10 feet?
10 feet for the blind sense, yeah.
You sort of push yourself against the door, hand crossbow up, sort of, police-esque, kind of ready to storm the room,
Exactly what I'm thinking, yeah.
and reach out with your feelings. You don't sense anything around where you are from where you are at the moment. Another one. More shittles. I did it
Oh
for
my
the
God.
shittles.
Hamish, how far am I away from the door itself?
Emily.
Oh, it's an invisible skittle.
Yeah, I've got the
Hmm.
same
Nice.
vanishing shittles,
Oh, that
tracing
was
holes in
really
my face.
How far away do you want to stop from the door? That's up to you.
I'll probably stop. I don't know, maybe about 20 feet. What I want to do is I want to grab a couple of my ball bearings, throw them into the space between the door, basically just throw them inside the barn. And, just with a basic 5 feet light emitting that they'd do. They
Okay.
touch the ground.
Okay.
Just two.
The door's not that far open, so I'm actually going to
Oh.
get you to make
Okay.
like it's enough for a person. It's like someone who's opened something slightly
Mm-hmm.
to sort of move through. So absolutely you can throw it through, but I will make you roll some dice to do it.
Of course. Well, that's the case. I thought it was going to be open further. I will still throw them. But
Yep.
maybe get a little bit closer, maybe about 10 feet. So
Yep,
behind
okay.
Delgrim. What am I rolling?
Make an improvised weapon attack roll. So that's, I believe, proficiency plus dex, because it's a dex type thing.
Let's just check.
Oh,
Proficiency plus dex. I'll actually have to roll real dice.
real
Wow.
dice.
I suppose no, I can just do it in here. So that'd be a d20.
No, he's in the chat.
The whole party
Still
takes
waiting.
13d6 psychic damage.
But that's all right because I rolled a 1.
Oh,
come on!
It
Hey,
begins.
Sean, go get some new dice. You've got plenty there. Go get some
These are
new ones.
digital. These are digital die.
Yeah, I repeat,
see-
go get some new dice.
See, that's the problem
Damn
because
it,
you
Sean.
Ah.
you didn't buy your dice from meeplesanddragons.com.au, where you and everyone in the chat can go and buy from a selection of impressive dice. Sharp edge, not sharp edge. Real dice, pretend dice. There are no pretend dice. Everything is real. Buy everything. Don't eat
That's the thing with me.
Don't
I
eat the
roll
shittles.
a lot of ones.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Not a
So-
good slogan for someone who sells dice.
Nice.
you pick up the ball bearing, engage the light, and ping it off the outside of the door. And it bounces and sort of rolls five feet across the ground and just glows there. So while you're doing that, Delgrim, you're bending down and checking the body. So now can you please make a medicine check for me?
Delgrim.
Delgrim's
Oh,
up.
Paul, sorry.
Sorry, it's the hat. Although I did
It
have
is, it is. Look, I looked at you,
Look,
I looked at you and I
it's
went,
easy to
it's like,
confuse
I
Australia.
cannot tell the difference.
Yeah.
actually
That's fair.
during the game, I've had a mate message me and say that I look like Bob Ross cosplaying Raiden.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. That's no.
Let's see if you can get a happy little accident with this medicine.
That's it. Happy little accident with some lightning. Alrighty, so yes, medicine check. Let's click onto medicine check. Oh, nice, natural 20.
Excellent.
Everyone but you.
No.
God damn it.
Everybody eat a
What?
shittle. Shittles for everybody because we suck.
Isn't it supposed to be a happy time?
Only for one person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Delgrim, Grumpfel gets to dodge the bullet.
I'm gonna break out the fruit tingles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ah.
Bonus one.
This cat's very interested in my wig.
Yeah.
That sounds like a very 70s disco thing to say.
Yeah. Nice. Well
Don't
played.
chew it.
So, Grumpfel,
Do it.
Tiernan suddenly got Larry backing him up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grumpfel, you get down close and start to examine the body. With that roll, you can see that they're lying face down, their heads sort of slightly turned. The first thing you notice is they are still alive, but the
Okay.
breathing is very shallow, very, very shallow. Most of the blood appears to come from a really nasty head wound. It appears that something has bludgeoned them over the head, and that's the where all the blood all over their nightshirt has come from.
He's alive, but he's not in a good state.
So-
What I might do is
to the
yeah,
house.
how big is this dude? Can I kind of can this deep gnome I want to help him, but I don't want to try and move him. But considering there's meant to be something horrible in here, I feel like perhaps we should move him. No, I can't use that. No, I can't use that. Hang on a second. So is he, for all intents and purposes, he'd be down to 0 hit points?
Effectively, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Grumpfel will clasp his holy symbol and say, "The darkness shall not claim you. Your mission, your duty is not done yet." And he will cast Spare the Dying.
Okay. You feel that very light touch, almost to your soul, that happens when you invoke this form of magic, and the warmth passes through your hand into the body, and the shallow breathing you feel becomes more steady, more rhythmic. It's still very slow, but you are now absolutely certain that this person is in no risk at this point in time of dying from their injuries.
Cool. Excellent.
What is everybody else doing?
So would me and the lady have gotten close enough to see and hear that he was okay?
You would
Ish?
see Grumpfel examining him, but you wouldn't know the outcome of that.
Okay.
Not from where you are.
we were moving closer, so would we have got?
Yeah, even then, because all you'd see would be Grumpfel like sort of checking the body. You'd probably see him casting some sort of magic, but you wouldn't know what it was exactly that he was doing.
Am I close enough to ask if he's okay?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll call out and ask. How's he going? Is he okay? Grumpfel?
Sorry, I'm eating one of these fruit tingles. Hang on. I didn't want to blah and have like spray of this stuff. That's a different spell. He is not in any fear of expiring, but we should move him away from the barn.
Okay.
Take him
So-
to a house.
Yeah. So I'll turn to the lady and say, "See, he's okay, but we need to get him back to the house."
And as you do that, Delgrim, suddenly you're like, there's something right there on the other side of the door. And you watch as something from the darkness lunges towards Grumpfel. And I think we might just stop for a little break there.
Brilliant.
So we're going to take a 5-10 minute break. I sprung that upon Saz, so I'll give her a chance to give the thumbs up because she's an awesome producer who does everything amazingly well and is a god amongst gods. Don't forget to enter the competition. Don't forget to stop making us eat shittles because I think I'm not going to be able to taste anything else but dead eggs.
Yeah.
And thanks very much for hanging out with us. We'll see you back in 5-10 minutes and we will find out what it is that is lurking inside the barn.
Transformers will be back after these messages.
What's going?
Dance, monkey dance.
Oh, we're
That's
live.
not
Hi.
a labyrinth, is it?
Hello.
Oh,
Dance,
hi.
monkey, dance.
Let me put some pants on.
Well,
You
well,
can
that was
pants if you want to.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, you can leave your pants behind. Welcome
Your
back
pants if you want to.
part 2 of Radiant Shadows. Thanks to everyone who's still lurking, who's still hanging around. Some of us have ejected certain pieces of costumes because it just got too uncomfortable / hot / weird. Cass is no longer with us.
Yes. But she is on Only Phantasms.
She has been replaced by no, she's gone. No, there she is. Sweet Lord.
I
So
love how it could be anyone underneath that shit.
it could be. Yes, we need proof of life.
Could be my Brady.
Where we left off, Grumpfel had just ascertained that the young man was indeed still alive, had invoked magic to ensure that he was going to remain alive for the moment, while the rest of the group came down to just sort of see what was going to be happening. Miera bringing the young distraught woman with her. As that was happening, Delgrim suddenly realized that he sensed something just as it was coming through the slightly ajar door to the barn. What you all see as it lunges towards Grumpfel is, it looks like a very, very a long dead corpse. You can see the remains of clothing rotted, barely hanging from its frame. The head, pretty much just that of a skull at this point in time. Small pieces of rotted flesh dangling from it. Arms which seem maybe a little bit longer than they should be, reaching out towards Grumpfel, and it just sort of lunges out of the darkness. Now, because Delgrim, you were there and you managed to realize that something was coming, it does not get surprise. So I would like at this stage for everyone to please roll initiative.
Yes. Big chunky dice time.
Rolling dice, roll.
Dirty
Hamish, would I have
20.
noticed it, considering I was lighting up the door with the pistol? Just a yes or no.
Yeah, like, I mean, everyone would see it, like it's actually coming through the door frame. So yes, everybody would be able to see it. Absolutely.
21.
All right, so
Whoa.
Rowan got 21. Who got the dirty 20?
Grumpfel with the dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So what did Tiernan get?
Giddle time.
Sweet Lord.
Fudge's sake.
Oh,
That's like third or
Uh,
fourth one.
So mine just like get John a new computer so that he can never roll digital dice
Yeah.
on this computer again.
Yep.
I got a bad yellow one.
Mira, what did you get?
trying to see it. 19.
19. Jeez, guys.
What can we say? We were kind of expecting something creepy to come out from behind the door. We were
Yeah.
semi-ready.
And with the
And-
crossbow at the ready and having like felt it before it jumped out, I rolled a 12.
A 12.
Yeah, all up, I got a 3. But
That's
I did
right.
right.
Yeah, there it is.
It got a that. Okay.
Love that.
All right. Rowan, you're
Yeah.
up first. You see this thing just explode out towards Delgrim. Not Grumpfel. God.
I can take the hat off if you
Rowan,
like.
It's just terrible.
it's too hard.
It's the hat.
Um,
It's the hat. We blame the hat. I would like to it's almost that she throws her hands up to protect herself and React casts Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Specifically of the agonizing variety,
Ooh.
please.
Okay. Fire away.
I shall. Just got to get to the thing where it says the thing. There we are. So we're going to cast one. Well, that's not going to do very much. That's a 10 to hit.
10.
Yeah.
It smashes your Eldritch Blast smashes into one of the barn doors, blowing a hole clean through it, and sending fragments of wood flying everywhere. This thing seems oblivious as it keeps heading towards us. It's
Cool. She's gonna back the heck up. Away from it, please.
All
Oh,
right.
hell nah.
No,
Nope.
absolutely.
This is a no situation.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, outstanding. Grumpfel, you're up next. This thing is lunging towards you. Like, you literally sort of look up from this body after having finished casting Gentle Repose and see it as it bears down on you.
You mean spare the dying?
Spare the dying.
Yeah.
That too. And I actually need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh, okay. Is this against magic? I have advantage on wisdom saves against magic.
It is not defined as magic, no.
Wisdom save. Oh, 24.
Outstanding. Nice.
So that is a natural 20.
Oh,
come on.
Come on, man.
I'm almost running out of Skittles here.
Oh.
Fuck, and I'm just...
I hit an orange one.
Oh, sorry.
Solidarity.
Green.
I get like meds.
I don't wanna.
Straight down the throat. Ugh.
Oh, you just swallow it.
Yep.
Like a tablet.
Like a tablet.
It feels like cheating somehow.
It does, doesn't it?
It still hit my tongue. I can still taste it. I just didn't chew it. To be clear, my one that I got on the nat 1 was also an orange one, so it's still freaking there.
Yeah, fickle.
Chat agrees, it's cheating.
Yeah, chat. I'm still tormented by the first one. Like, it's fine. It's bad. I'm in a bad time. It's bad time.
So, Grumpfel, as this thing bears down on you, you look up into where there should be just hollow sockets, and there is something in there. There is some sort of presence which, for a moment, shakes you to the very core of your being.
Ooh.
However, at the last moment, you're able to shake off that effect. You've made your say. What would you like to do?
Right. And we can only see one of these creatures. There's not like a pile of them behind. There's only one visible.
Not that you can see. It's hard to see much else because the door's not very wide. And this thing's
that's right.
in the doorway. Yeah.
That's right. All right. What would I need to do to like move away from it? Would that invoke a attack of opportunity?
It would. You could use the disengage action if you wanted to, and that would enable you to back away without getting an attack of opportunity. Miera, you're up next, by the way, as well.
Alrighty. I thought something was coming out, but I wasn't expecting this. I think Grumpfel, for the moment, until he can assess what the heck, he will use a disengage.
Okay. So you, as it sort of lunges towards you, you fend it off with one arm and manage to sort of break that distance. How far back are you going to move?
What's his move? His move is 25. You can move in an action, so I might just move back, say, 20.
20 feet?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Any bonus actions?
I do have a bonus action, but it's not needed at this point in time. Just having a quick look at feats and traits. I don't think there's anything that's bonuses in there No, I think we're all good.
All right, so you guys watch as Grumpfel just suddenly fends this thing off as it lunges towards him and almost sort of stumbles backwards in surprise. Miera, you're up.
How far away is this happening from me?
You probably got... ultimately, honestly, it's probably up to you. Like, I think, Tiernan, you were about sort of 25 feet away, was that right?
I was 10 feet away from Delgrim.
10 feet away from Delgrim. Okay, so I
near
guess
the door.
Did you come all the way up to Tiernan? Did you sort of stay back a bit?
I was kind of around where Grumpfel was.
So you're right up close to the body then. So yep. So it's probably about 7 or 8 feet away from you.
Okay.
Right up close.
In that case, can I cast Dissonant Whispers?
Yeah,
on the
absolutely.
creature? So it's a Wisdom saving throw
Mhm.
of 12. And if you fail it, you take 3d6 psychic damage. And it has to use its reaction to move as far away as possible.
Okay. What was the DC?
12.
You unleash your magic upon this creature, and its head whips towards you. As you sort of make the hand motions for the spell, it mirrors exactly what you've done. The spell doesn't appear to take effect, but even as your eyes and you sort of take a slightly sort of startled, it's like it's suddenly mimicking everything that you're doing. The spell didn't appear to have an effect on it. It looks like it made its saving throw.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna use my movement just to move so I'm not like directly like in its pathway, I guess.
Okay. All right, so you're about there. Okay, cool. Anything else? Any bonus actions?
No, I don't think so. There's nowhere I can take cover or anything like that.
All right.
No, I'll
actually,
stay
I
there.
also needed you to make a wisdom saving throw as well, please.
Mhm. $13
13?
plus. No, I don't think I. Oh, I don't know. What's my plus wisdom? Oh, +1, so 14.
14. Okay, that's fine. So you also get filled with that sense of dread, but you manage to sort of steady your resolve, although it is incredibly unnerving how this thing is starting to mimic you. And it's now its turn. Its head swings around and sees Delgrim right there by the door.
Which one?
Delgrim Prime.
Delgrim Prime. Transform Delgrim Prime. Roll out.
And it lunges towards you. Its hands held high as it tries to claw you twice. So the first attack is a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
That will hit. And the second one's a natural 1, which is good for you, but also not good for everybody. So
How do I both enjoy and not enjoy that at the same time?
And you can cross out. Yep.
Tim's saying that dissonance
Whispers. I thought you still took part
takes
damage.
Part damage.
Does it?
I
Hang on.
can't spell it, so I don't know.
Dissonent.
If it does, absolutely, we do the damage.
Yeah, on a successful save, the target takes half as much damage.
Okay, so roll the damage. Thank you, Tam.
Thanks, Tam.
Pam, looking out for us.
This could either be a good thing or a bad thing, though.
It explodes and you'll die.
No.
10.
10, so it takes 5. Okay. Delgrim, its claws just rake across your shoulder, and ooh, you take 11 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
As they dig deep, and you just feel your own flesh tearing under the jagged nails on the end of this thing. It's now just sort of rearing over the top of you. The second swipe is wide, smashes into the door that's behind you, just above your head, and that is the end of its turn. So next up is you, Delgrim.
Good. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike.
Mm-hmm. I do need you to make a wisdom saving throw as well, please.
Do you now?
I do.
It's a 9.
That's a 9. Unfortunately, unlike your companions, that sense of dread, especially after the claws draw blood, just fills your very soul. You're now suffering from the frightened condition.
Oh. That's unpleasant. Remind me
Have
what I
fun
can
legging
do under
it. Can't attack
frightened.
it. Gotta leg it. Or can't
I
attack
can
it, so
leg
can
it.
only leg it. Not move towards it.
Can attack.
Can't attack it.
You can't move towards it, but because you're in melee, but it's disadvantage.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
So if you
That is
want
fine.
to rethink the Zephyr Strike, you're more than welcome to.
No, I absolutely do not.
Okay.
So Zephyr Strike gives me advantage on one weapon attack roll on my
Mhm.
turn. Is that going to cancel out disadvantage? on
Absolutely it
melee
will.
Attack?
Yep.
Okay, great. In which case, I'll do exactly that. I'll take a petrified swing with the
Swing
war
flail.
pick. Yeah. Which will be a 7 to hit.
Oh,
I should
dude.
use the chunky dice. Damn.
It goes wide. Just the fear, unable to shake the fear. You just can't get a good grasp on where it is. Yep.
Because I attacked it, I haven't had to do a wisdom save. Was I supposed to?
You were. Yep. I completely. Actually. No, you weren't, because you weren't within 30
Cool.
feet.
Oh, dope.
But
I just wanted to check.
Thank you for calling that out, though. Appreciate it.
I mean, I get advantage on on saves against being frightened anyway, but because halflings are brave,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which by the way, Cass, means that you also possibly get advantage on
Oh,
saving throws against being frightened. Just check your. Anyway, sorry.
tips.
Okay.
Halfling
And
squad. Halfling squad. Halfling squad.
And I'll move to about 30-foot distance away within the range of the crossbow, without provoking an attack of opportunity, courtesy of the Zephyr Strike.
So, what does that look like when you do that? How does that
It
manifest?
It is strangely unnatural, and if you're paying attention to Delgrim, which is going to be difficult in the dark, you might notice just this moment, even being frightened, just this moment of what looks like pure serene calm over his face, and then just this burst of movement as he bolts about 30 feet away from this creature.
Awesome.
I thought it was
Fantastic.
like an adapt or something like that.
All right. Tiernan, you're up.
Am I like the closest person to this creature now?
You are now. Yep.
Oh dear.
Everybody else is noped out.
Is there anyone within 20 feet of this creature?
Grumpfel's about 20 feet away at this stage. And then there's you as well.
Okay.
Rowan, you're up next, by the way.
Yeah.
Lovely. Ooh. I am going to.
Yeah.
Seeing as how I'm this close, I'm going to take a shot
Okay.
with my pistol, and Tiernan's going to activate something on it
Mhm.
and use his chromatic orb attack,
Ooh.
and it will be lightning damage.
Okay.
If-
All right.
if it hits.
Make your attack roll. I do. Before you do that, though, wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I have to do it beforehand. So do I can re-roll that other one?
Yeah, because I didn't give you a heads up.
All right, so wisdom saving throw. Oh,
Yep.
He's so good at this. Oh, 18.
18. No, you're fine. So your attack roll.
Why do they keep doing that? Natural 20.
Ooh.
Dang it!
Outstanding. Oh, holy
God
fuck.
damn.
Shit balls.
Fine.
I'm like, yeah, dude. That's...
Yay!
Oh,
Crap.
shit.
Yeah.
Shit
So
was
one,
that.
one, one,
Good for
20.
you, John.
Oh.
Oh, it's an orange one. Oh.
Lemony. Lemony goodness.
Yeah, lemony goodness.
Apple.
So I forget, with criticals rolled.
Double the dice, then add the modifier, not doubling all of it.
Yeah, correct.
So instead of 3d8s, 68?
68.
Yep.
Oh, geez.
I some people will double the like roll the dice then double it. The only problem with that is that if you roll really shitty, then you get really shitty. Plus, it's always fun to roll lots of dice. So
25. lightning damage.
25 points of lightning damage. What does that look like, Tiernan?
Basically, the gun, his pistol as normal would actually radiate the light, but it starts to exhibit a lightning field effect, and then it truncates and launches this, for lack of a better word, this sphere of lightning straight out of the pistol. Tiernan literally has to kick his feet back from the force as it fires out, and he strikes the creature and just wraps around its body as electricity goes through all its muscles and so forth.
You can see it shake and shudder, and you can almost smell the ozone and the burning of what flesh is left on this thing. As the lightning smashes into it, you see suddenly from the top of its head blood start to appear and begin to pour down all over it, just dripping down the face, over the body. And as you watch it do that, you see some of the wounds starting to slowly heal as it's bathed in blood, which appears to be reinvigorating it.
Lightning bad.
Well, bonus action will be Blinky taking a shot.
Yep.
99.
No. Blinky's shot unfortunately goes wide as this thing recovers and just dodges out of the way with almost unnatural, uncanny swiftness. Rowan, anything else? Sorry, John?
I am backing the fuck up.
Okay, full movement?
Yeah, full movement.
Okay.
30 feet, so.
Question.
Sure.
How close is it to the farm, to the barn at the moment?
So it's literally sort of in the doorway.
Cool. How deep is the barn?
The barn is huge. So if you're looking at trying to push it backwards, for example.
I'm just more hypothetically behind it for, say, I don't know, let's call it 10 to 15 feet. Is
Easy.
there anything in the barn behind it aside from I assume the guy's corpse? Just remember the guy's corpse is on the floor. Never mind, I retract my question because I'd absolutely kill that guy. So let's not do that. I will again, as we refer to it, force blast. So Eldritch blast the guy, the Heckins,
Sure.
if I can. Hopefully
Fire
I roll
away.
better.
Absolutely.
That's better. That's a 19.
That's definitely a hit.
Oh, it's 4 points of damage because I rolled a 1.
Which doesn't count for one's check.
Not a
because
nat
damage.
1. It's a damage 1. It's fine.
Yep.
And then I would like to kind of move, keeping my distance, but like strafe around.
So if you strafe around, you'll get to the point where it's actually, you won't be able to see it. It'll be behind the door.
So I want us to be able to see it, but I don't want us all to be bunched up together.
Yeah, for sure.
If that
Okay.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
yep.
I want to spread us out a little bit.
Yep. No, easy. So the blast definitely does damage. You see it sort of, its shoulder gets knocked back as it tries to gather itself for, as it looks around the group, sort of looking for its next target. Awesome. So up next is a Grumpfel.
Alrighty. Now we've seen it have a fairly meaty shot at Delgrim. How beat up does Delgrim look?
Considerably.
All right.
He's not looking his usual perky self.
Perky.
All right. So, Grumpfel's going to back up another 10 feet, just so he's got some distance between him and Nasty Nose. He's going to drop. Okay. Which one first? I can so move, action, bonus action. You can theoretically do a bonus action before an action.
Absolutely. Any combination, any way around you want.
Does it matter if they're both spells?
One of the spells has to be a cantrip.
Correct.
Yes, well, that's fine then. That's what I've looked at doing. All right. So Grumpfel will sort of just like back up a little bit, but not look away from this thing. He reaches up to his holy symbol again and says, "Lord of Darkness, heal again." Here we go again. And he just reaches his hand out, and this shadow wraps itself around from his arm and sort of flows over towards Delgrim and sort of encompasses his feet, works its way back up again. And you see some of his wounds heal up as he casts Healing Word.
Nice.
And heals 7 points.
Outstanding.
And then he drops that hand. With the other hand, he grabs the holy amulet, and Grumpfel's eyes go black, and smoke pours out of them, and it sort of leaps across towards this thing. And he doesn't say anything, but you hear him murmuring. If anyone knows Undercommon, it's spell incantations, and he will cast Sacred Flame, and the smoke erupts into flames and engulfs this thing.
Awesome. It's a saving throw, is that right?
It is a Dex saving throw. Uh, 12 is the says Dex saving throw of 12.
Uh-oh.
You roll a one, Ham?
To you too.
Oh.
You roll a one, Ham?
Good, bad.
I like
good.
how the smile almost reaches like the tips of my
Yeah.
eyes.
Great.
Great.
Thanks,
It's hard
Ham.
to
The
tell.
orange ones are
Thanks.
the best ones.
Thanks. I
Look,
appreciate it.
If he rolls a one, it doesn't count. It's all on him, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
Awesome. So that was definitely a fail. How much damage is that?
A D8. So let's roll that. That's a 1 on a fucking D8. God, it's terrible.
That's okay.
If it helps you, mate, mine was a 1 on a D10 before, so like, yep, I feel you. I
Dang
fully
it.
feel you.
This thing's mouth opens and this unholy keening noise fills the air as the flames wrap around it, singeing it. Doesn't do as much damage as you hoped, but it seems to feel the touch of that in a particularly painful manner. Anything else that you wanted to do, Grumpfel? Movement's probably the...
Yeah, I think I've pissed it off. So I think I'll back up another 10 feet.
Okay. All right. So that puts you about there. Okay. Miera, it's your turn.
Okay. So making an awful noise. I can still see it, right?
You certainly can.
So I'm gonna be holding onto Algernon really tightly, and I'm gonna try and cast Sleep. But the point where I want to cast it, I want to do catch the creature, but also behind it, just in case there is anything else in the barn that we can't see.
Okay. All right.
So I've got to. I don't think you roll a save or anything.
Correct.
I've just got to roll 5d8. Yeah. Where did that say it? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find.
What are you looking
Yeah,
for?
5d8. 5d8.
We understand. Without any physical corporal form, it's
It's
difficult to do these
Very
things.
hard to roll dice when
Yeah.
you
True.
don't physically exist.
Correct.
That's why I'm using digital dice, because then I don't have to.
They're not
touch
real
them.
either.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why I'm using fun clicky clacky math.
25.
25. So once again, you invoke this magic that you've done a couple of times now, and you watch that slight shimmer appear around this creature. And its head just twitches to the side as it just looks back at you, apparently unaffected by the magic.
Okay. So, I guess for my bonus action, I'm going to sort of back away and call out to whoever is closest. I don't think it's affected by magic.
So you don't need to use your bonus action to move. You can just have your move and then do a bonus action as well if you like.
Okay, I think I will. Can I hide somewhere? Can I find somewhere to hide? That be a bonus action?
Hiding's an action.
Yeah, hiding is an action.
Hiding's an action, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, I will just move back a slight bit and I will leave it there for now. I think I don't really have anything bonusy I could use.
All good. It is its turn. It's getting assailed from every direction as it looks around for a target. Grumpfel, its eyes, or the dark holes where its eyes used to be, settle upon you. And the blood's still sort of pouring down from the top of its head. It lunges towards you and will attack you twice with two claws.
So I was 20 away and I've moved another 20 away. It was able to close in 40 feet.
I then have got my distances wrong. That's okay. I can correct that.
That's right. Just checking.
No, that's totally cool.
If that thing's moving that fast, means I need to back up a bit more.
I think it was then. It's Delgrim, unless I've screwed up your distance as well.
No, I'd only move 30 feet out.
Yeah. So it will come racing up towards you again, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry. I do dishonor to you.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
So that's one of them was a definitive miss. It leaps towards you. One of the claws like rakes across the front of your chain armor, but the other one again just finds purchase in your flesh. The claws digging in. That's the one. I mean, there's 5 points of slashing damage this time, though. And that is its turn. So now, Delgrim, it's your turn. Delgrim, you shake off the effects of the frightened condition now. You feel take that moment to compose yourself. So you are no longer frightened.
Beautiful. In which case, or regardless, gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the creature. This will give me a whole lot though. And then it's come in melee range. Oh, crap, that's not necessarily wonderful. I'll have to have a swing at it with War Pick again then.
Get in there. You've got this. You can do this.
I can. I believe in myself. 11.
Unfortunately, again, Just the swing is it's close, very close. Just not quite enough. Anything else?
That is not. I've got nothing. And I've blown Zephyr, so I can't even get out of there. Nope,
Have you
that's
got
it.
2-weapon fighting or anything? Can you like take a second swing as a bonus action?
Hunter's marked for bonus action, so
I used Hunter's Mark for the bonus action. Really. Yeah. No, that's me. I'm done.
all right, Tiernan, you're up.
Nice
Oh,
knowing you
geez.
all.
How close is the creature?
Give me a sec.
So at this stage, let's see, it's about 10 feet away from where you are.
Mm-hmm. And how does Delgrim look?
Not wonderful. he's just bleeding it off.
He's a punching bag. I feel
Does he look significantly hurt?
So look, he could take another hit.
Like Tiernan's going to pick up Grumpfel, running and clear.
Not quite.
all right. Tiernan, what are you up to?
Oh dear. I don't really know what else to do. He's just going to launch off a fire off his pistol once more.
Mhm.
This time with his standard fireball bolt.
Okay, make your attack roll.
23.
Yep, definitely a hit.
Do I need to do a wisdom check?
Nope.
If you succeeded, usually for a frightened condition, you don't have to succeed more than once.
Okay.
Correct.
For 7 fire damage.
7. All right. That smashes into the center of its torso. It tears through part of the rib cage, leaving the smoking hole there.
Okay. And Blinky's going to do his.
Mhm.
And Blinky only hits with 12. I believe misses.
12 is just a miss.
Tiernan looks a bit regretful, but he takes another 30 feet move back.
Okay. All right. Up next is Rowan.
Oh, and how far? Because I have now lost track of maths and angles. How far is it from me right now? Give
it's
or
about
take.
15, 20 feet.
Okay. So is there anyone between me and it?
No, because you moved around to the side, so I think
Great.
you've got yourself at a decent angle.
So what I would like, please, is to cast a spell that is not Eldritch Blast. I know I'm a warlock who's going to use something else. I'm really sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I feel like we all need to have.
I have to
Yeah, hold
use
on. Let's just
something
take.
else.
Should we have to eat a Skittle for that or something? Or I don't know.
You
Yeah, it's pretty
can.
rare, right?
I only have like 2, packed bone spots and whatever. But I would like to get myself to. I don't know how the maths works on this, so I'm going to cast something that is a 15-foot cone.
Okay.
I want to get it on the edge of the cone.
Yeah. So
That
you're not getting anybody else, sort of thing.
Yeah, but also so I don't want it to hit the 5 feet beyond that, which is where Delgrim is. But like,
Yeah.
Delgrim could toast his face
Yep.
on how close these burning hands of flame are about to get to his face.
No, absolutely. You can angle yourself.
Delgrim have
Right.
hot flush.
But Delgrim's getting his tan on. This is what happens when you come above ground. Because she's seen it, like, this is one of those you burn dead things. So if there's dead animals around, you burn them because that's the only way to get rid of them. So she's hard reacting in that way to cast Burning Hands. And the description says, as you hold your hands with thumbs touching and fingers spread, a thin sheet of flames shoot forth from your outstretched fingertips. So every creature within a 15-foot cone, ideally angling this such that it only hits the dude,
Yep, that's easy.
must make a dex save.
Ooh. DC
13.
does not matter. I rolled a 7.
Cool. It's going to take 3d6 worth of fire damage.
Outstanding.
Nice.
So you guys watch as Rowan just unleashes this fan of flame, which just like illuminates this dark night. Delgrim, maybe there's some eyebrow singeing, maybe? Who knows?
So that
They
is
had to get cinch.
10 points of
burn.
burning.
10 points.
10 points of burning. 2 4s and a 2. 10 points of burning. And technically, any flammable objects in the area that are not being worn or carried also catch fire. Just for clarity.
Yeah.
So if it's standing in, I don't know, some grass, that's on fire now.
There is
Or a barn.
It's run out of the barn. I
It is.
waited until it had left the barn.
Background.
That is why last round I was asking where it was.
No, you're
What's it?
fine. There is now sort of there's a burning cone coming out from where Rowan is. Like a lot of the grass just got incinerated instantly, but you watch like a lot of the skin and some of the tattered clothing that's on this form just withers. It's literally just bones at this point in time. The integrity of the corpse seems very unsound. You can see like some of the bones sort of breaking and fracturing. It looks very injured at this point in time.
I'm
Look at the
now going to
bones.
say, though, that I'm now probably 15 feet away from it, and I just cast magic at it, so I don't know if I'm about to have to roll some other dice.
No, actually, you're fine.
Sweet!
You're fine.
Just burn it. That's how you make sure you're never frightened of it.
You
Just burn
Set-
it.
Set it on fire.
So with that, Grumpfel,
Yes.
it's you're up.
Alrighty. So Delgrim's looking better, but still not 100%.
Definitely not 100%. More like about 50.0002%.
And it's it's still close. Delgrim's still the closest one to it.
Correct. Yeah.
Grumpfel is going to do the same. You see him start, his eyes sort of blacken over, and the smoke and the flash of flame and the muttering of undercommon magics as he casts sacred flame again at our friend. So yeah, DC 12 save, please.
I rolled. That was an 11 all up. So no, that is a fail.
Alrighty, let's go. Oh, yeah, are you kidding me? 2 on a D8 this time.
Every little bit counts. Every little bit. Look, at this stage, like again, there's bits of it that are still sort of slightly on fire from Rowan. This radiant energy that you've pumped into it, you can just see like one of the hands almost starts to sort of fall apart. Like there is whatever it is that is holding this thing together has a tenuous grip on it. It is looking very close to death at this point in time.
And if you have a tenuous grip on your hydration, luckily, we have a hydrate.
That was my
Okay.
fault. That was actually more aimed at chat. Hey, chat, hydrate and
Oh.
stretch, please.
You can't do that.
I can.
It's hydrate or bust.
Hydrate or dihydrate. It's fine.
So anything else, Grumpfel?
No, oh, actually, sorry, I will, again, Grumpfel, now that he's done that and he's seen that it's helped a bit, he will swap hands on the amulet and Lord of Darkness, heal again. And then you see the smoke sort of unwind from his arm and make its way over and envelop Delgrim as he casts Healing Word again. And that does heals 9 points of damage.
Boom.
Magic. Literally.
Outstanding.
Now, Grumpfel's still, say, 40 feet away, so he's keeping distance. I can't move any I can't move away from that if I need to sort of heal the party on my turn.
All good. Miera, you're up.
Okay. So Miera's acknowledging the fact that she's tried to use some of her magic twice now and it hasn't had any effect. She will have pulled her crossbow out
Ooh, gun old school.
and we'll just use a crossbow to see if she can, wing it, I guess.
Sure thing. Make your attack roll. Oh my god, Cass is gone. No, there she
So,
is.
Yeah.
okay, so that was a 10.
No, you pull out the crossbow, but you're still not terribly well versed with releasing the bolt, and it just goes sailing, and you see it hit one of the barn doors and lodge into it.
Okay, so I've got a bonus action,
Mhm.
and I have 2 weapon fighting. So can I take another shot?
No, not with a crossbow. Two weapon fighting.
Melee and
is-
light weapons only.
LA.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice try. Crossbow expert.
Yeah,
level?
clearly not. No. All right. Yeah, I guess there's probably not too much else I can do at this point. So I will just ready my crossbow for when I get a chance to shoot again next one.
Excellent. It is its turn. Delgrim, my small grey friend. It looks down at you and just shrieks in your face as it just wildly flails at you with its clawed hands. Does a 15 hit?
Oh, yes. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. The other one was an 11,
Which does not.
which will not. So that's another 7 points of slashing damage. You can feel this time as it gouges more flesh. There's definitely a weakness to it. This thing is flailing almost out of control at this point in time. And it is now your turn. You
Yes.
also do need to make a concentration check for Hunter's Mark, which will just be because of the damage you took, it'll be 10 or higher, adding your con modifier.
Where is it gone? 16.
Yeah, fine. All right. Come on, buddy. You got this.
Come on, buddy. I better have this. So he's gonna go in with the war pick again, but we're using the chonky dice this
Okay.
time. Now D20 has suggested if I roll a nat 1 on this, that everyone should take a handful of zombies.
What happens if you roll a nat 20?
Yeah, right.
Then I think if you
I'll-
roll a net 20, D20 needs to provide evidence of himself eating zombies.
I will
at some
send
point.
D20 a packet of zombie skittles
Yeah.
to video
Agreed.
himself consuming
Yeah.
if
Yes.
you roll a nat
100%.
20 on this dice. I will send
Agreed.
I
Yeah.
will send this in the post. Cannot guarantee it'll get there. Thanks, Ozpost. But I'll send it.
No,
It'll
If
get
you
there,
send
it'll be
it, I'll send it.
we are in an accord. D20 has agreed to this.
fine. Yes. Correct.
D20 doesn't have a choice.
Yeah.
And I will down a handful if this rolls in that one, but it's not going to because
No, it's gonna be a nat 20.
An awesome
Come on.
roll,
Come on, Delgrim.
and I'm gonna.
Whammies, no
it
whammies,
is
no whammies.
not a nat 20. It is a 15.
Okay.
15. 15 still hits.
With rounding, that's closer to a nat 20 than it is to a nat 1. So I think in our favour.
Okay, detail. Brilliant. All right.
Don't forget
That hits.
Hunter's Mark damage too.
Correct. So we have so that's 7 damage straight from the war pick. Hunter's Mark damage is what? An extra 1d6.
Correct.
An extra 3, so that's 10
Okay.
damage total.
With that blow, can you describe how you defeat this creature?
Absolutely. So Delgrim has been reinvigorated by this dark smoke spell coming from his deep gnome bro, and then with another slash from the creature has just turned around in pure frustration that he hasn't been able to do anything here, and just swings the war pick around and drives it directly into this thing's skull.
From above or below? Wait, sorry.
Crushes its spine in the process.
The pick comes down on the head, and there is through the night, everyone can hear the crunch of the bones as they shatter, and you see this thing crumple downwards before all of a sudden everything goes black. All of you suddenly find yourselves enveloped in this darkness. There is this slow building, keening, howling noise that builds. Delgrim, you see, because of your blind sight, something emerge from the skeleton. It's incorporeal. It's vaguely humanoid, but sort of it's the form is shifting and moving. And as it comes up out of this crushed corpse, you see it suddenly just shoots off northwards. Rowan, you would also see this too because of your devil's sight. Delgrim, it vanishes very quickly from your ability to sense it. But Rowan, you see this. It's moving at an almost incomprehensible speed as it just vanishes through this darkness. The rest of you cannot see anything at all.
That sounds about right.
That only lasts about 5 seconds. And then all of a sudden, all of your senses come back and you can see everything that's going on.
Don't think it's dead. She just calls down to everyone.
Something escaped. Something escaped from the bones.
Where'd it go?
What was it?
Rowan's literally just going to point in the direction she saw it go. She has no idea if it went, like, if it changed direction after that, but, like, just a big point in the direction that she thought it went.
Is there anything to the north?
Looking out north, all you can see is just open farmland.
I mean, is there any like living? You're from around here, Rowan. What's north of here, roughly?
We're just outside of Greenfield, right?
Mm-hmm.
Technically, from her perspective, home is north, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my hometown is north, but it's not close.
Was it moving fast?
There's fast and then there's fast. It was moving incomprehensibly fast, but I can't say that it's not just trying to get away from us as opposed to trying to, like, be anywhere in particular.
That was old mate who was out front of the barn looking currently.
He's still lying on the ground. It's sort of hard to tell from where you are, but you see sort of there is this flurry of activity as you guys battle this creature. And then notice the young woman runs over towards the body as the darkness lifts. And you see her sort of collapse down beside it and start shaking him. You can go, with him, are you alive? Are you? Please, with him, please don't be dead. Please don't be dead.
How close is Rowan to her?
At this stage, you guys are probably sort of about 45, 50 feet away.
I can't get there fast enough, so.
Are we still in initiative?
We're out of initiative at this point in time.
Tiernan turns to Grumpfel. Was he all right before?
Yes, just before this delightful creature came out and attacked us, I had ascertained that he was fine. He does need some attention, but he is not in any danger of expiring.
The young woman hears this, and
Grumpfel will start making his way over to.
She sort of looks over and hears you saying that, sort of rolls him over slightly and sort of cradles him in her lap and starts stroking his hair soothingly. And you can see his hair is matted with blood, and there is, as before, it's easier for everyone to see now, a very nasty gash across his head.
Aside from Delgrim, was anyone else hit during the melee?
No, all good.
Unfortunately, Delgrim is the party punching bag at this stage.
Right. Grumpfel will make his way over to where this guy is, come down, and he's going to use Channel Divinity Preserve Life. So I can restore 10 hit points to creatures within can restore 10 hit points spread out how I want over 30 feet. He grabs his holy symbol and says, Lord below, help heal our friend. And he's going to spend, I don't know, what would this guy have in hit points? What's a commoner?
Yeah, your average person's probably got like 2 or 3 hit points.
3, okay. So we'll say 3 into him and the remaining 7 into Delgrim.
Awesome. Excellent.
Click that button there.
You watch as the young woman, as she's sort of patting the hair of her partner, you see his eyes sort of flutter for a moment as he comes through, comes to consciousness. And he lets out a low groan. Oh, Ed. Oh. He looks up. He's like, oh, Perry. God, what happened? I came over to the barn and that's the last thing I remember. And my God, my hand is covered in blood. What happened?
Can Tiernan go over to the bones and look at the bones while this is all going on?
Yeah, for sure. What's everyone else doing while you?
Yeah, Delgrim will answer the question and just point out the evil creature nearly killed you. My friend here saved your life.
And he glances over and seems sort of surprised to see this group of strangers standing around. He goes, evil creature. I heard the noises in the barn, and gods, that's right. I opened up the door and I looked, and there was something in the corner going through the hay, and then it turned, and all I remember is this. It was like a look. It was like something looking into my soul. Thank you for helping, friends. Oh God, and Perry, are you okay? Did it hurt you at all? She's like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. It only got you, and these lovely people came and helped out. Tiernan, make an investigation check for having a look through the bones.
10.
Look, they're scorched, singed, fragile bones. The skull has been well and truly crushed by that last blow of Delgrim. There is nothing that seems sort of untoward about these bones at all.
I was just wondering if they looked like a particular animal's bones or something like that.
Just looks very, very humanoid. Nothing untoward or strange.
The bones tell you nothing.
Delgrim's going to head into the barn on having it pointed out that the creature was in there sniffing around in a corner. He's just going to check the corners of the barn.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have been heading that way as well if I'd heard that.
Yeah.
Have a peek in the hay.
Okay.
Rowan's standing at the door, keeping an eye on what's going on outside to make sure the thing doesn't come back.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So Delgrim and Miera, sorry. You guys have a quick. You go into the barn. The barn's massive. So it's a huge open space. You can hear down one end. You can see some stalls that are normally where horses would be kept. And down the far end, you can hear the low whinnying of a slightly distressed horse by the sounds of things. To the opposite end, closest to where the barn doors are, you can see that there are large piles of hay, and there's a ladder which leads up to a very high loft, probably 15, 20 feet up. Can both of you make a perception check for me, please?
Mm, 18.
18. Miera?
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to see it. 12.
12.
Yeah.
You, Delgrim, you can see in a corner. It looks like there's like a leak from the ceiling, and there's been fairly bad water damage down a bunch of the back wall, and a bunch of the hay in the corner is sort of slightly rotted there. But it looks like something's been digging through the hay in the corner there. Just looks weird and out of place.
Miera, you see this hay? It is rot. It is decaying. You helped me pull the hay out to see if there's anything in there.
Sure. Yep. And Miera will just sort of start grabbing hay and flicking it behind her to move it out the way.
So you guys head over there and start moving the rest of this hay out, and it becomes very apparent that underneath the hay there's a bunch of floorboards, and there are a couple that are slightly loose. Moving it, you can see that they pull up quite easily. One of them actually snaps. It's rotten from the water damage. And you can see inside there is like a small alcove. And in that alcove is a small wooden box, which also looks to be quite heavily water damaged.
Delgrim will reach in and grab the box and take it out of its alcove.
Yep, you pull it out. It's very simple. It's only got a very basic latch on it. And when you pick it up, like your thumb sort of sinks slightly into the wood on the top. Like this thing's had some significant water damage to it. The wood's rotten and terrible.
What's in the box?
No, the box is not in good shape. Let's see what is in here.
You're going to open the box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not ominous.
Excellent. You flick the latch and slowly lift up the top. And inside you can see a small book, which also, very much like the box and everything else, is heavily water damaged. And that appears to be the only thing that's in there.
Is that a book? Can you
Small
make
book.
anything out?
It is very, very wet. You might want to try and dry out before trying to read the pages, maybe.
Can you take a peek in the front page?
Yes, of course. And Delgrim will very gently, because he doesn't want to damage it, just open up the front cover of the book, I guess, and try and turn the first of the pages.
They're stuck together slightly in that way that wet pages do. You're able to very gently sort of peel them apart.
Mirror blow on it while he's doing it, just like try and dry it off a bit.
Oh god, the toothy smile with that paint ham was like, sorry, I was not ready. I was not ready.
It's getting late. Okay, so you have a look at the front page. A lot of the book appears to be quite damaged. There's something's been handwritten in it. A lot of it's been smudged and is hard to read. But as you sort of look at the front page, you can make out, it looks like this is like a journal, and there's journal entries. And you can tell now that sort of there's one, sort of the top half of the book has been water damaged really badly, but the rest of it, you can actually sort of open up and flick through the pages without too much issue. A lot of it's still damaged. There's a lot of things that you can't read, but I'm going to send you what you can read.
While you do that, Tiernan's outside with Rowan. I guess I'll just try to strike up a conversation with the two. God, itchy. I'm not scratching.
The two itchies, no, they're humans.
The two humans.
Yep.
Find out, just ask them, what happened? Did you guys just come upon this hear a noise in the barn, or what happened?
The man replies, yeah, I mean, we heard some banging and crashing out there, and so I came out to have a look, and I mean, Perry was following, and that's when I saw that thing in there. I mean, sometimes we get wild animals and stuff around here. I thought maybe it might have just been a wild dog. I mean, worst case scenario, sometimes we get the occasional wolf around here, but I mean, normally we can sort of deal with those sorts of things, but I certainly wasn't expecting whatever that thing was. I mean, we're blessed that you were here and able to help us out, but I mean, do you know what it was? You
Do I know
seem
what
to
it
be
is?
more than capable. Make a history or arcana check. Up to you.
Being out there as well and have finally sort of helped this guy with any sort of residual wounds or whatever.
Yep.
Can I also make an arcana or
Absolutely.
Dirty 20 on an arcana.
Oh, nice. 3.
3.
I'll just go back to tending wounds.
Yeah. So
Hey, at least it wasn't a 1.
So this is very true. Tiernan, you being the bookish young lad that you were, you would have read some stuff about various forms of undead, zombies, ghouls, skeletons, sort of those sorts of types of creatures. There were certain myths and legends about beings that were more powerful than that. Not necessarily specifics, but some that were infused with a certain aura, which often come about when they've been possessed by something. That's all that you can really recall from what you'd read. But it was certainly something, it would appear there's certainly something more than just your typical kind of zombie or skeleton.
Well, once I've mused over that, I guess I would help the man up and try to introduce myself. I am Tiernan de Palin. And you two might be?
The man, sort of with your assistance and his other half is sort of helping him up as well. Stands up and says, "I'm sorry, my name's Witham Renfall. This is my wife Perry. Again, we're forever in your debt, Tiernan, for helping us out here. I mean, and you, sorry, Sir Gnome, thank you for the healing. Gods, my head still pounds."
Well, let's get you back to your bed, and starts to try to guide them back to their house.
Our pleasure.
Witham seems more than happy to be sort of guided along by you, and Perry sort of has him by the other arm, leading him along.
Who's in the barn? Delgrim and
Miera. Rowan, you are keeping an eye out. Make a perception check for me.
18 altogether.
18. You look out into the night, and you hear the screech of an owl off in the distance, but beyond that, whatever this thing was, you can't see it anymore. It appears to be gone.
Anyone who's watching, sort of, you see her relax a little bit. She's still watching out the door, but is more listening to sort of what's going on behind her, rather than, like, she's on alert, but not as alarmed. Be alert, not alarmed. The world
right,
needs more
Rowan?
alerts. Yes, fine. I just, a barn is a closed-in space. You never know what could come in back in this door after what we've just seen.
True enough.
How's Delgrim going in the corner over there?
Found the book. It appears to be journal. And Delgrim's going to go up to the couple, presumably the farms people, and just ask common man, how long have you been on this farm?
The man with him seems he's quite drained, and you can see he's dragging his feet a little bit even as he's sort of getting close to the house. And it's Perry that speaks up, and she says, It's been about 6 months now. We came out here about 6 months ago. Why do you ask? What?
When you came to this place, did you know it cursed?
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. What? It cursed? No, this is the first thing I've heard of it. With them, we bought it and we moved out here, and I mean it's been hard going, especially recently. The last few weeks have been terrible, to be honest. But beyond that, no, it's things were going quite well at the beginning. Why do you say it's cursed?
I find journal in barn suggests that this place cursed. Tell me, have you seen tree look like it been split, maybe struck by lightning on farm?
I haven't personally. With him. What about you? He brushes sort of a strand of loose hair and smears blood across his forehead and he goes, I vaguely recall something about a tree right on the very edge of the property out by one of the small creeks. That's hours away though. Why are you asking about some tree?
It's a large property.
Yeah, we were lucky to get it. I was surprised, to be honest, but
Tree isn't by chance to the
who's
north,
selling
is
this
it?
place?
sorry, I both of you went at the same time. I missed bits and pieces there.
You go, Delgrim.
Tiernan. No, Tiernan has good question.
Mm.
The tree isn't by chance to the north, is it?
Yeah, it probably is. What's with this fascination with this tree?
Just out of curiosity, can you point into the direction of where you think the tree would be from here?
At this stage, Perry goes, look, my husband, he's been hurt, he's tired, he's sore. Please, I just want to get him in the house and rested. Can we look at this later, please? I know that you've used magic and stuff, but I'm worried about him. I mean, look, he needs to be cleaned up. He's a mess.
Yeah, we help clean up your husband. If you don't mind if we come into the house.
No, I mean, we owe you. I mean, we owe you our lives. I know that's fine. The house isn't very big. I'm not sure if it'll. And it might be a bit of a mess. But anyway, look, and she sort of hustles you all along towards the house.
Rowan, should we go perhaps get the cart?
Yes, I was just about to suggest that very thing.
Rowan's going to nod and sort of still sort of keeping her eyes as much as she can on where the thing's gone, streaking off, allow herself to be led back to the cart to bring it to the property.
Before they head off, Delgrim's, assuming that Delgrim still got it, Miera, I don't know if you grabbed it up or not, Delgrim's going to pass the book over to Rowan specifically, I think. Say, this is what we found in barn. It tell interesting story.
Tiernan will look over her shoulder.
What she's actually going to say, she's not going to open it yet. I'll have a look once they, shooting an a glance towards the farm owners. Once they go inside, and she's just going to take it sort of with her and allowing herself to be led towards the cart. So she'll read it, but just not. She doesn't want it to be passed around in public knowledge for these 2 people.
For sure. So, so for those of you who go back to the cart, it's very simple. It's a quick trip back. You find the cart exactly where you left it. You hitch up the horse and you find sort of a slightly roundabout way to get the cart back, avoiding the small rise that you had to go over, while the rest of you all head inside the small farmhouse. As Perry was saying, the house is very small, obviously designed for only a couple of people. There's a large sort of double bed in there, a small cooking area, very simple table, large dresser. The place is it's got clutter, but it's not dirty or filthy or anything like that. Perry hurries with him over to the bed, gets him sat down, and then goes over and starts getting a small bucket of water and a rag, and she comes over and starts sort of cleaning him up. What's everyone doing as they're going about doing this?
I'll probably see if I can give her a hand cleaning up the blood and stuff like that.
Yeah, she's like, oh, yes, no, certainly. And she sort of gets another small cloth. And as you start with them, it's kind of like, oh, look, I don't think I need 2 people. I appreciate it. As you sort of both sort of, dabbing away at trying to clean them up. He's like, no, look, I'm fine. It'll be fine. What's everyone else up to as this sort of is going on? Grumpfel, what's your... Grumpfel and Rowan, you've got in the cut, so you bring that back.
Yep.
Tiernan will probably stand outside.
We're trying to take the wheel clamp off the cart.
Yeah. Someone didn't pay their meter. No, so you get the cart. It probably takes you 10-15 minutes to get the cart sort of back around.
Yeah, I would say at least, because we have to rehitch the horse up.
Stuff like that. So maybe even close to half an hour by the time you do that and kind of circumnavigate your way around.
Do you want any rolls or anything, or just happy to narrative that?
I was going to say, before she goes inside, she'll have a read of whatever she can out of the thing that the book that Delgrim handed her.
All right, I will send you
some stuff.
That information.
Tiernan was also interested, which is why he was waiting outside. So, if Rowan wouldn't mind, he would politely ask.
Rowan's 3'4". Tiernan could probably see straight over her shoulder. To be realistic,
still politely ask.
All right, so I shall send it to you as well, then, sir. Once I've found you. All right, so with that, everyone now inside, the wagon brought around. What would you guys like to do?
Delgrim's just going to fairly casually just kind of wander around the house and look around, specifically keeping an eye out for any clay items in particular, but broadly speaking, just checking out the house and trying to keep out of wifey's way. She's tending to the husband.
Make a perception check for me.
Oh. 12.
12? I mean, it's there's very few places for stuff to be like tucked away or concealed in here. And there's clay mugs and plates, but there's nothing sort of untoward.
So, is there any snacks in the house?
Any snacks? Are you
any zombie Skittles?
Are you looking or are you asking?
Looking first.
Looking around, you see on the table there's a small bowl of berries, like blueberries.
Don't mind if I have berry? I'm very hungry. I'm not eat yet. For long time.
Yeah, Perry just goes, yeah, certainly, just help yourself. That's not a problem. And she's still very focused on sort of getting with them all sorted out.
So I'm going to just snack on a berry and find a corner to lurk in.
Yep, cool. What about the rest of you?
Miera's just going to mumble that, she would have been faster cleaning him up if she'd taken the help. and then she's probably just gonna be kind of heading towards the door and sort of lingering, just to see, if anyone's got any information to share, or what the next plan is.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Indoor fireplace that has like a cooking hearth, or a pot over over the, the old ones on the pot on the wooden thing, and you put into the fireplace.
Yep, very standard little setup down one so the opposite end of the bed stuff.
By chance, may we make something warm for everyone to perhaps consume?
Yeah, I mean, Perry just sort of goes, yeah, I mean, if you want some food, no, absolutely. That's fine.
Grumpfel might see if they've got any water to draw into a kettle to put on the flame, and then perhaps hunt around to see if there's any tea or coffee or something they've got there. And I might just make something for them out of whatever they've got there. Just sort of, obviously, she wants to look after him. He's in no condition to get up, so he might just make himself useful with a bit of house choring.
Yeah. So remembering at this stage that it is sort of like a sort of about 1 a.m. in the morning as well. But look, you're easily able to find a few bits and pieces and sort of start to pot it to make a very very simple meal. There's a small loaf of slightly stale bread. There's some vegetables lying around. You could probably make like a very simple sort of broth if you were wanting to, sort of thing. It would be quite straightforward.
Yep, happy to do.
Rowan?
Just a question, DM.
Yeah.
How would there have been, so knowing what I've read, would there have been any rumors back home about this place?
Interesting. Make a history roll for me, please.
10 plus something. Nope, 10 minus 1.
No, this is Rowan.
10 minus 1.
Yeah.
Look, but to be fair, most of my int stats have like expertise or something in them, so they're zeros, not negatives, but that is a negative 1. 9.
Nothing springs to mind. No.
Cool. Alright. She's going to tuck the book into. She basically wants to try and dry it out, so she's going to go sit as close to the hearth as possible, and sort of be thumbing through the pages, like I'm trying to dry it off kind of way. And if they ask anything, it's just going to be it was when we were at the campsite earlier. I just taking the opportunity to dry it off. Like it's very, this is just my book.
That's fine. That's
fine.
Yeah,
it's my book.
Witham and Perry seem very not interested in what's going on with that. She's very focused on him. He looks shattered, and he's already almost half asleep.
She's also going to voice to everyone else, shall we, if you don't mind, and she's casting to Perry and him, would it be all right if we stayed the night? It's very early in the morning, and perhaps we can move our cart off your property of the morrow.
No, you're more than welcome to stay. I mean, we don't have a lot of room, I'm sorry.
We don't take up a lot of space.
I would offer the barn, but I mean, after what's happened, I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that, and I don't think you probably would be either. But you're more than welcome to make some space. We can move the table around, and you can set up some bedrolls. That's not a problem.
She's going to start busying herself doing precisely that.
Yeah. So you're sort of setting up camp inside the house while Grumpfel's going around, sort of making a simple fare. Is anybody else wanting to sort of accomplish anything on this evening, or what are people wanting to do?
Tiernan was wondering whether or not he'd recognized that name in the journal.
No, not at all.
The Kalashim or something. Okay. Other than that, he'd just help with getting ready. Trying to find a space large enough for him to lie down, I guess.
Yep. Well, so you're about 2 halflings tall, so you're fine. You can find yourself a little corner. It's all good.
Yeah, so it'll be Rowan, Miera, Tiernan. It's fine.
Yeah.
I should set a watch though, guys. All things considered.
I don't think we'll be hurrying off early in the morning. I think we'll sort of get our long rest in, and if that takes us through to mid-morning or lunch, I don't think we'll have the concierge hoisting us out of the hotel.
Delgrim, anything in particular that you're wanting to do whilst all this is going on?
Not before the watch, no.
No? Okay. So considering it's probably by the time you've all sort of beatled around and done your bits and pieces, it's probably sort of 1:30, 2-ish in the morning. What sort of watches are you setting up leading for the rest of the night?
Well, whose turn was it?
It was
Mine
take it
next,
first.
but
I am happy to take the first of the watch.
It's all right.
I have had berry. I have much energy.
I will stay up. Delgrim, do you require some more medical assistance
No, I think I am quite sure I'm fine.
before a long rest resets things?
No, but this is incredible gift that you have. This is thank you for using this gift to keep me alive. I feel like maybe I would not be alive if you not helped me today.
My calling. This late into my life, I walk both light and dark. And those of you with me right now have me feeling a kinship that I've not felt for a long while. And it feels good and it feels right. And it feels though the Lord of the Dark Realm does not need us just yet, because our life and duty has not been fulfilled. And the longer I can help to fulfill and keep such good fellows around me, I am happy to do so.
I wonder what duty this Varla Sith might have had that was spoken about in journal.
The who?
Varla Sith is the name, I think. I'm not sure. I would like to visit this tree. I think.
Where did you
I
hear
think
this?
someone.
Where did you hear
name?
this name?
This name in book I found in barn.
Which book?
Book I found in barn. I give to Rowan to read.
so Rowan is sitting by the fire, probably like she's set up by the fire, and she's probably got it tucked so that you could see it, but like
Yeah.
it's just tucked in her stuff, like sticking out the top. Because
I
she's trying to
think
dry
it
it
was
off, so it's not
ritual.
buried in
Yeah.
it.
That's right.
I
That's
think
right.
it's what creature was trying to find in barn. It was hidden away.
May I have a look at this book?
I'm asleep. I'm asleep.
And Delgrim will look around and
Oh, I'm thinking
Well,
that
clock
maybe
the book
Delgrim's
and
got it,
grab
not
it.
realizing
Yeah.
that Rowan's got it.
no.
Because
And
he
Delgrim
remember
will
he
look
was
around
making
for
food and
Rowan.
that, so he wasn't watching what Rowan was doing. So he thinks that Delgrim's got the book.
I gave book to Rowan. I see if I can find and
That's
Delgrim
okay.
will
Let
head
her
where Rowan's kept at.
let her rest. We'll
Too late.
we'll
I
look.
feel like
we'll
Delgrim's
look-
too late into this. He's gone to get it.
She said earlier she's exhausted. I sure she knows.
Rifling
Fine.
through on the pockets of an unconscious halfling.
So you're just digging up the book?
Yeah, just have a look around, like Rowan stuff, I guess, and see if the book's
Where
Around.
Rowan? How easy would it be for someone to find the book?
Well, she's trying to dry it off, so it's not buried in her bag or anything. Like it's pretty much on the top, trying to make it, because she's deliberately positioned herself near the fire to heat it up to make it. So
Yeah.
I'll
So
bet
yeah,
I'm fine.
Delgrim, yeah, you'd be able to see it sitting there on top of a pile of Rowan stuff near the fire.
Delgrim will retrieve the book and
Okay.
take it to his deep Gnomi friend.
Deep Konami friend. All right. So you pass the book over, and I
This is
shall
book.
provide you, Heath, with the required information.
Poor Miera's the only one who doesn't know what's
Yeah.
going
I'm like,
Oh, didn't Miera see it as well in the barn?
I saw you get it,
just-
but then you walked off
Oh.
to straight away
Yeah.
to the.
yeah,
Oh,
Delgrim,
yeah,
you
You
selfish.
left
Doug
me
was just like,
God. I
Which is
totally
why-
assumed we'd like both be reading the book at the same time in the barn while
Which is
hanging
why I
out
just
in
didn't
there.
dump it into just the general chat. So
Yeah.
God.
incremental knowledge gained by characters.
I'm
Ta-da!
asleep. Miera would have gone to sleep because she's probably a little bit concerned after not landing any of her magic before. She's probably concerned about that, so she will have just gone to sleep in a bit of a huff. Like,
Yeah, Tiernan would have crashed as well.
It's been a long few days.
oh, you've had a lot happen in the last few days.
I trust
Well,
when I
just
wake
that's
up, though,
nice.
people will share some information.
I don't know.
about the book
I mean, it is
afterwards.
Delgrim. Who knows?
Yeah. So the night passes uneventfully. You guys sleep in a little bit later due to the fact that you went to bed significantly later. You will all get the benefits of a long rest.
Yay, I get my
Um,
pack.
When you guys wake up, you find Perry is cutting up what looks like some dried meats and stuff like that, and arranging it in a couple of sort of small bowls, obviously looking at sort of preparing breakfast for everybody. And as you rouse, she sort of, she makes a quiet noise because with him still sort of snoring away in the bed. But eventually everyone is awake, and as people sort of rouse, she'll give people food and drinks and stuff like that. And with him too, finally does wake up as well.
Grumpfel might break out his coffee.
Yep. +9 coffee jug of awesomeness. Yep, absolutely.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, did you say it's +9 temporary hit points? Is that what I just?
Sure.
Pretty sure that's what we heard.
I mean, you just said sure, so I'm like,
No, no, hold on. You guys get that eventually. No.
It's got a toothy grin happening.
So I just skimmed the info packet you sent me there, Ham. Does any of that ring a bell for Grumpfel in any form or shape? There is a word in there that he does know intimately.
Mhm.
But the other one, would he know? No.
Yeah, one
Okay.
rings 0 bells, unfortunately.
Yep. No, that's all right.
So with everyone now awake the next day, outside you can see that the sun is shining. It is a clear, beautiful
in.
summer's day.
Untick spells. Anyone who's got using D&D Beyond for your spells, make sure you untick stuff.
you can just hit long rest.
Yep.
That's what I
Oh,
did.
yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Boom.
I did that, but
does
it didn't
Cool.
untick the spells, and I hit. Long
Did you hit
rest.
it? Did you hit long rest and then hit confirm? Because it does. Okay. It
Okay.
did for me.
Ah, there
Yeah,
we
mine
go.
worked.
Woohoo!
Weird.
Keep forgetting about
Um,
that. Used to doing everything so manual, pen and paper, making the transition to digital. Click the thing to make the thing work, Heath.
So in the bright new day, tummy is full of a small meal. What would you guys like to do?
Rowan's gonna make sure that they've packed everything up like they were never there.
So you go about shuffling stuff around, and Perry's sort of like, no, it's fine. I can move that. That's all. It's fine.
I know, but you weren't exactly planning on having us here, so the polite thing to do is for me to tidy up after myself.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that. That's very lovely of you. But I mean, a lot of things we weren't expecting over the last day. But thank you. It's very kind of you, Rowan.
Oh, I did have one. Is it okay if I ask a question about your property?
Yes, of course.
Yes, you when you bought it, did you was it sorry, I'm from a farming family not that far away, and I'm always interested in property prices. Kate going, oh God. I just was wondering, was it something where you like spent? Was it really expensive? You said it was a very large property, and I was just wondering, was it expensive to? I don't mean to be overly inquisitive. I've been told that's a bad trait of mine, but then again, that guy lied to my face, so I don't really know if I trust his opinion anymore. Anyway.
Harry's sort of somewhat taken aback by this barrage, and she goes, "No, it's okay. I mean, we got it. It was with him. How much was it again?" And with him, who's sort of propped up in bed, says, "Oh, I think we got it for about. It was only about 25 gold. I think it was an absolute song.
And has it been a fruitful? I mean, obviously, if it was that cheap, I'm just wondering why it was that cheap. Has it been very fruitful? Has it been like an excellent place to have a, different areas being good for different types of farming and so on and so forth?
I mean, the first few months, everything seemed to be quite good. The crops are coming through as they should, quite bountiful in many respects, but. I mean, the last 3 or 4 weeks, I must admit, there's been a bit of a downturn of things. We lost a couple of the cows. Some of the crops, there's something. I'm not sure. To be honest, this is our first sort of attempt at farming, which is why we have such a good price.
Sure.
There was maybe some sort of, I don't know, disease or something that made some of the crops not come through properly. But I mean, we didn't really sort of think too much of it.
I mean, I used to spend a lot of time on my father's helping him with can I ever look at your crops? Maybe I can help. If it's something simple that you're just not doing because you're new at farming, maybe we could help.
Yeah, absolutely. Any assistance would be fantastic. Yeah. And at this stage, Perry, who's sort of been listening to Witham, goes, Witham, you are staying in bed.
I can go by myself. You just have to tell me where I've got to go.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, we can do that. I mean, there's the pumpkins out in the little garden doing quite nicely, but we've got a whole lot of there's some corn off to the west. Northwest, there's some wheat. The northwest is where we're having more issues.
Okay.
A lot of the wheat's just not coming through properly. I don't really understand some of this, but I mean, if you go, it's only about half an hour away. It should be easy for you to see.
Is there any big marker that I can see on the landscape to know that I'm in the right place? Because obviously, if it's not a big wheat field with lots of wheat, then it's hard to spot.
There's and she gives you some sort of directions which will help you navigate your way towards where she would where these crops are.
Yeah. She's just gonna sort of like bounce out of there in a like a little kid being like, I'm gonna go solve a mystery.
Yep. Bow. Just suddenly thinking of gummy bears for some reason, but that's just me.
Dashing and daring, courageous. Anyway, sorry.
And she's like, as soon as she's out of sight of them, she's going to resume her normal gait and walk up to Delgrim and just go. So they've got crops failing too up in the northwest of the property. Sounds like the events from that book might be starting over again.
Seem like it could be better.
Should we go check it out?
I think so. I think we should maybe take Grumpfel with us. He had a strange reaction when I tell him about the story and book. Okay.
I mean, I feel like we should probably fill Miera in too. And, Tiernan's got a better view on a lot of things than some of us, so I guess we all go?
I think this is a good idea.
I'll just go back inside and double check with Perry that it's okay for us to leave the cart parked up and maybe if they've got any spare food for the horse, because I'd hate for it to go hungry. But if you want to gather everyone else up and let them in on the stuff about the book, then I'll it just sort of trails off bit enough.
Does horse not catch its own food?
Given this one's been tied up all night, I don't think it's had the opportunity.
This is a good idea.
I would hate for it to eat their pumpkins, which seem to be growing quite well. She's going to bounce off to that effect and just double check with Perry if it's okay for them to feed their horse.
And Perry is more than happy for that. She's like, oh yeah, no, you can park the wagon, maybe just by the barn. We'll make sure your horse is fine.
Thanks.
It's not a problem.
We're all going to head up and have a good look for you, and I'll use my knowledge, and the others have a whole range of different perspectives on things, so maybe they'll be helpful too.
Well, I mean, hopefully, I mean, it'd be wonderful if you could find what's going on. If there's anything else that you need from us, just let us know. But please, be careful out there. We don't know. I don't know if there's more of these things or what's going on.
Okay, there's 5 of us, and, you know, we're little, so we can hide in a worst-case scenario.
Well, I mean, what you all did last night was, I mean, I've never seen people do that sort of thing. It's the sort of thing that you read about in books about, like heroes who come to town and defeat the evil monster. I mean, you had I know Tiernan with, I don't know what it was that he had, but shooting magic out of it, and Delgrim, that was a mighty blow that he dealt that creature at the end, and Grumpfel with his magic. I mean, you're a remarkable group of people.
She just reaches up and puts her hand on this person's elbow.
Yeah.
And just goes, we're just trying to help, and everybody has different skills in different areas, and we use our skills the best we can. We're just normal.
I mean, I think I would argue with that. I don't think you are normal, not from what I've seen, but...
Did you just call me weird? She's done that thing of deliberately to diffuse a situation where someone's gushing compliments. She's just like...
Harry's like, no, not at all. No, I don't think
Big smile.
Weird. I think
Big smile.
You're teasing me. No, look, I please just be safe out there. That's all I'm saying.
Thanks, Mom. And she just rushes off. And as I say, she sort of bounds off her full bouncy energy and then goes back to sort of normal as soon as she's out of eyeshot.
For sure. So with that, the party gathers outside the small farmhouse, ready to head off to the northwest and check out what the situation is with these local crops. And I think, considering the time, that's probably a good place to end it for the evening.
I was wondering whether you're going to give us a respite or give us a massive cliffhanger.
Yeah. Aww.
No, so that'll be it for tonight. So thank you very much, guys.
Does that mean it's giveaway time?
I was going to say,
it means it's giveaway time.
Giveaway time.
I believe that one lucky person in the chat is finally going to win that car.
No jokes about cars. Saz already told us no jokes about cars.
That's right. I completely slipped my mind. There is no. My bad.
Because the internet.
The cake is a lie.
The car is a lie.
It is.
The giveaway.
That's Ham's brain short-circuiting because he's tired.
Okay.
But we do have the giveaway.
We do indeed.
It's an all paid expenses trip with Larry.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
There's the dice.
John's got the dice there.
Not the great shot.
Look at
So pretty.
Yeah.
Look at how pretty they are.
They are exceptional.
You wouldn't download a
All the
giveaway.
competition moment.
Oh, I'm so happy. Sorry, I just saw who the winner is in the chat. Yes.
Does it include
Oh,
the
that
case?
is outstanding.
Yes. Yes. Happy
Congratulations.
I checked out the stream last night as well, which was awesome. It was cool going into a stream which was super positive and happy and bouncy and awesome. So no, I think that's great. I think that's awesome.
Yes.
Thank you very much also to the Meeples and Dragons.
Also, they live in WA, so all I'm saying is best state. It's not even 9 o'clock. It's not even 9 o'clock.
Fine.
It's great. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's not late. It's
Yeah.
Hype.
But
yes, they did win one of the bubble chunks at PAX.
Oh,
as well.
nice.
Yeah, they won it from
Nice.
when
Nice.
but the party did some stuff. So
Outstanding.
yeah.
Thank you very
Whack.
much to John and Sarah for that as well. That's awesome.
We don't mind.
So as
Meeplesanddragons.com.
at meeplesanddragons.com.au, go buy all the dice, crash the site, buy the dice again. So as per usual, let's do our quick whip around of people's favorite moments of the night. Who wants to kick us off?
I will. I got to use a packed thing that was not Eldritch Blast.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yes.
Outstanding.
I refuse to kowtow to only Eldritch Blast, but also I only have two spell slots for
It
everything
is
else.
the warlock.
Yay, warlocks! but yeah, it was also fun trying to work out like the problems with spells for my own brain. Like maybe it's gonna burn the entire barn down. That'd be bad. Rowan wouldn't do that. How do I use this spell that I definitely want to use, but
Just a
not like
barn,
that?
it's fine.
No,
I also love that
absolutely.
she didn't mention that I'd almost burnt the entire place down when she was talking about the cool things people did.
No, awesome.
Anyway, and also
Awesome.
too many shittles.
Too many. Oh God.
Far
Not
too
enough.
many shittles. Like a ridiculously.
And I would just say
High
maybe
number.
says throw a packet of these in with the giveaway, just so that they can
So
experience them too.
Saz has given the big thumbs up. So
Yeah.
that's a
Cool.
big yes. Awesome. Cool. Who's going to go next? John.
Me.
Yeah, you.
It sounds a little bit nefarious, I guess, but I was worried at the start of the stream, I was worried that we had captured everybody at the cave, and I'm thinking, oh no, Tiernan has overthunk it and set Larry on everybody, and we're going to have no one to feed him. And then Gil just did a runner. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
problem solved itself.
Sorted.
Did Gil do a runner though?
I don't know.
Did kill?
Gil might have done a runner
Exactly.
from Larry as opposed to doing
We
a
could-
runner. He
Pretty sure
We have
everyone else
no-
was
we
awake.
have
and
no
no one
technically
evidence.
got possibly dragged away, kicking and screaming,
Maybe.
although not screaming.
No,
Tiernan didn't
no,
look
no,
too
no.
far into it.
I thought the drag marks didn't start till over by the cart, so that's why
Yeah.
I thought he'd tried to get away, and then all of a sudden,
Awesome. So Heath, you were in mid flow. What about you?
I think Miera warning Gil, don't run away, otherwise Larry will
Larry's
get you.
gonna
Is
get ya.
most
Good.
obscure threat of
everyone's like,
the
"Who's
adventure
Larry?"
so far. You know, it's like he's like the Santa's enforcer. You know, you better be good, otherwise Larry will get you.
It's that brain fart moment. Yeah.
That and Tiernan with the musket of doom.
Yeah, I cannot remember the last time I saw someone use chromatic orb.
Yeah.
I love that
is-
spell.
It's a great spell. I think that the one thing with it is it's the whole you've got to roll that, and I think a lot of people go, but it's
don't wanna
still
do
really.
that.
Sorry.
Don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's too hard.
But I might miss.
Well, and then it's a spell
Yes.
slot wasted, and then on,
That makes sense. That makes sense. But
Might
that's
have
why
to have a zombie skittle.
zombie.
Oh.
So Mr. Promethean, what about you, buddy?
Grumpfel going with the horses spitting acid. So now that's the thing that Delgrim believes the horses do, which is cool. That was my fave.
Yep, awesome.
Yes, and also actually the cat briefly eating John's wig.
Yeah.
he wasn't actually eating it. He was rubbing his jaw on.
It
Also
was
has been
magic.
eating Saz's wig too. What about your favorite
I did
moment,
not see that.
Hamish?
Well, actually,
Because you managed to get away without doing yours last time.
Did I?
So yeah,
Hang on, he can wait. We haven't done Cass yet.
I know, but I'm
Oh,
trying to
dear.
make him go first, and then Cass can go last, so that we don't miss him.
Oh, I see.
I have a question. Is
Yeah.
Cass awake or is she secretly?
Can't tell.
We'll never we don't even know if there's an actual human inside the.
It also could not be Cass. It could be Cass's.
Okay.
Like,
The fa-
someone
the
else who
fact-
lives in Cass's
hold on.
house, and
The
Has to be
fact that the
doing mics off the side. It'd be
the
great.
fact that the eye holes are slightly wonky is actually kind of freaky.
Says
like one
you
eye's
with the
dribbling.
face. Look at your face, Hamish. It's somehow worse with the it's somehow worse with the cape because it makes your head a wonky shape. It's
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
I know how I got these
Um,
scars.
So okay, so my favorite moments, I really enjoy it when combat's one of those things which can be dry at times. I'm really digging how you guys are giving color and flavor to the things that you do. It helps to identify and build your characters up and help, form an image of who they are, the way Grumpfel's magic works, Delgrim's complete inability to hit anything essentially.
Oh my god!
Dude,
Right?
we need to get you more dice. But like Tiernan with his gun, all of these different things. It's another layer of flavor to these awesome characters that you're building. And so that was I've enjoyed seeing those sorts of things pop out. Cass, I feel like I need some kind of like way to reach out to the spirit realm to get you.
Just use a Ouija board and I'll get the message. I think I liked the fact that Gil got potentially taken. I thought that was funny because he did get a warning.
You literally heard the eating of the bones.
Yeah, crunch. So that was good. Also really appreciated that acid spitting horse. So that was brilliant. And I think that one of the other highlights for me is just the costumes. I think this was a really, really good idea. And especially shout out to the appearance of, what should we call him? A Del Ross or a
Now the question is that
a
the
mix.
Is that the beta testing version of Delgrim, or is it the final product and what Promethean is wearing is the beta test? Because
one of us is from wish.com.
yeah.
That's perfect.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
When you order your deep dwarf from wish.com.
Oh my god, I'm so ready to take this corset off though. I'm not.
Oh
This is-
yeah. I can
Oh, boning.
It's
Boning is
time.
fun to sit in.
I can only imagine. I think one thing we might do probably tomorrow is tweet out the pages from the book.
Yeah, can you share that with me as well, please?
Well, no, you've got to wait until next session. Sorry.
Oh no, that's so cool.
Okay.
No, I think we might tweet those out so that those of you who are playing at home can actually see what it is that the rest of the party has
You
actually.
know I'm on Twitter,
I
right?
genuinely thought that you'd sent it to both me and Cass.
Yeah, I was
reading
waiting
at the
for it.
same
No, 'cause-
time. Yeah,
Because I thought, like, the way you described it was just like you had the book and you were like, "Sweet, I'm off," and Miera's kind of like,
I'm
yeah,
playing
never
Monster
asked me
Road
to
so
do it.
long.
Clearly, I'm like, oh, can you open the book? Yeah, sure. Over here where you cannot see. I'm not
Yeah, but
sure your
that's-
book.
but hold
I
on,
don't
hold
like
on.
you. I'm not sure your book at all.
Can't we
To
copy
be
the
fair,
link?
that is very Delgrim.
It's true.
Can't we just copy the link into
Excuse
the
me, Delgrim is a kind and gentle soul.
Oh, okay. I get a big no from producer.
No, because it's also
He's
just
like,
an image
I
as
thought
well.
we were friends, Delgrim. You just
Mm.
abandoned me in a barn.
I have no explanation for this other than insane overload of narrative.
One last thing before we find some good fellows to go a raiding against. Thank you to everyone who hung out with us tonight. Thank you to everyone who was here watching, taking part in the chat. It's awesome to have people hanging out and watching. We're hoping you're enjoying the little stories that we're all spinning. Next fortnight, we're going to have something a bit different, probably, because we've got a few people who have got stuff like real world stuff to be doing,
Sorry.
which is cool. It's like that happens, but we
Does.
have got something up our
What's
sleeve.
Shakespeare?
Maybe, possibly. Still don't have all the details locked down, but we'll watch this space.
Gonna have some guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get
That's
some
the plan.
different people in to play the characters for the people who.
No. Oh God, you're gonna let D20 touch Rowan? No.
Oh god.
Oh, what a great idea. I didn't
No.
even consider that.
No.
Hmm.
It's terrifying.
Sure.
Terrifying.
Show us on the zombie where the bad man. No. Hey, what? No.
That would be, but no.
But this is also the last appearance of these, right? These are going
That's-
away
Yeah, they're done.
and never coming back.
Not
And
back by
one-
popular demand.
And one last thing before I completely forget as well. Shout out to Saz, who's always in the background, who's been busting her ass doing a bunch of things to get things organized. She makes sure that all of the technology works. She does the background. She does the music. She listens to me ramble to her about ideas I've got in regards to terrifying the party. I cannot say enough all of the effort that Saz puts in. So thank you so much.
Oh,
You know what it's
Hang on.
like to be the third wheel? I'm always she goes, oh, Hamish and I are
Zombie
talking about all
time.
this stuff for the next stream.
Really?
I can't tell you.
Gosh darn it!
Oh,
one more,
no.
one more
Wow.
get
shizzle.
yourself one
And
more
Picking
little.
up another
Oh,
packet.
hang on. Is his head
The
going to implode now?
madman.
Oh,
Oh, I broke my camera.
I was gonna go
Wow.
two, and they're both
Terrified as
good ones.
everyone was
So
then.
that worked. Oh.
But I want to say something.
Mm.
Almost this
Ah.
entire costume is actually all Sarah's creation. This is a costume which has been how many years in the making? It's supposed to be for
3.
a Halloween party in like 2020. We never got around to it for obvious reasons. Or was it
Oh.
2019? I can't remember. It was that long ago. But yeah, Sarah Saz made the wig, did the face makeup, everything. So 'cause I can't create costumes.
Also,
Those are awesome.
Ellen in the chat, I'm saving some shittles for you just so that you can try them the next time I see you because, gosh, yuck.
So with that, do we have a target for the rating?
Which one did you want to do, Saz? We threw a couple of options at you, so just let us know.
Hey.
Hey, Saz.
Hi, Saz. I don't know. Oh no, there's the other one as well.
It's
There's
there's this awesome group on that we should raid. They're called Meeples and Dragons. Oh, hang on, wait.
yeah.
Oh, wait.
Phoenixiwaki, Lord Gosumbo.
I suggested Phoenixiwaki, but great. We're gonna go raid Phoenixiwaki because they just started streaming. We have
But
very limited ideas of what they're streaming. Looks like more Candlekeep Mysteries, which and it looks like they don't have very many viewers right now. So we're gonna go dump a whole lot of people on them. So stick
Awesome.
around, please shout them out, tell them where you came from. It's gonna be good.
Use the Meeples
Use
and
our little
Dragons
Meeples
raid.
Our little hamster raid. Thanks, Ellen, for popping that in the chat so people can see it. And if you want to write something, just write shittles forever because they will not know what.
Wow, that'll be.
Trying to get that hashtag trending.
Hashtag shittles.
what is this? Hate raid?
Don't forget to go and check out Meeples and Dragons and use Radiant 15 to buy all the things and then buy them again as hamsters.
Everything. Hey, thank you very much, everyone. Go forth, have fun, play nice, be good to other people, pet a dog, be nice to cats.
Keep your Rowan energy.
Yep.
Do it.
Yep.
It's gonna be
Always
good.
ask yourself, what would Rowan
Rowan
do?
do.
Maybe
WWRD.
don't.
I thought it was what would Larry do, but
Burn
I'm happy to.
everything. WWRD. Burn the world.
Should I eat this person?
Yep. All right.
Ready?
Thanks very much, everyone. Have fun, play nice.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.